Man, I gotta apologize for like the last podcast that we had because I said Monistat I thought was a pregnancy.
You don't need to apologize for that, man.
Well, the people were
You know how
roasting
many
me in the
mistakes I make
comments.
a freaking day?
Yeah, if they're roasting you, you don't need to apologize.
Do you know what
for it.
Monistat is?
It's like a
It's
period thing. It's a stick where you
Yeast
pee on.
infection.
It's yeast infection. Why didn't you correct me?
I'm not listening.
You think she's listening? She listens after we record, and she's editing the.
That's funny.
That's why she's laughing all the time when she's editing because she's hearing everything
for
for the first time.
This is good. Y'all hear this?
But we also did not post last week, so we'd like to apologize for that.
We tried.
We tried.
We tried.
You have to give us credit. We sat in this room for like 2 hours and tried, but it did not hit. But we're also all in a really weird mood too.
Yeah.
Well,
And nothing was really happening.
We were also trying to rush because we had to leave to catch a flight. So we were like panicked, all flustered, trying to make sure we can get recorded.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we were just like,
The flight was in 2 hours,
Oh
and we
my
usually
God.
record for 2 hours, so we were so distracted with the
Yeah,
time,
it
and
was-
just conversation was just not flowing.
Yeah,
You know what
but it's okay.
happens. Yeah.
I think we've had to get rid of like 3 episodes
Yeah.
since we've started. Yeah, we
Out
just
of 100 and something.
yeah, exactly. And it's been like honestly, it's been a weird end of the year.
Yeah.
We've all had a
Yeah.
really rough
know.
end of the year. Maybe not Matt. Matt's always having a good time, but
I had a decent time, but like I know what you mean though. Like I feel like this whole season like sped up really fast and just kind of like fizzled out. Like
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
like I don't know. It wasn't as climactic as like past New Year's.
exactly. And then Betty White dying just sealed the fucking year. Unbelievable.
that.
I really thought we were gonna see her hitting 100.
I googled her the day she died before she died.
I think everybody did because everybody was talking about how she was going to turn 100 in like a
She
week.
was so close.
17 days.
Do you think like
But everybody's also saying that she died for everybody. Like she died in the shittiest year possible just to like close it out. Like, you know what I mean? Like a good way.
do you
like
think do you think though poor Betty White that like that day she was like, how many more days? She knew,
You got
knew
this,
she
you got
wanted
this,
to
She's
about to hit 100,
It's
yeah.
fine. Were they telling her how many more days? Was there a calendar, like a check mark,
Probably.
like, in the room, or were they just like
All
don't
of us
tell-
just being greedy just so we could see the number.
Oh, and they were probably planning something so big for her. Like
I
her
wonder
whole
what her
team.
last words were. I really wonder.
Was she in her like hospital? Like was she
I
in
want
the
to know. I
hospital?
want to know
room?
her condition.
Her last
leading
word
up to
was
this.
her husband's name. Alan.
Alan?
That
And
was-
he's how old?
Fuck.
105.
Did you get your teeth whitened?
No, did I?
Don't they look so
I think
white?
you know what, Matt got a 10. I think so. It makes his
That's some
teeth look
color.
whiter.
Where'd
I
you
think
go?
I'm just flushed from drinking these high.
You get flushed after like one drink.
yes, but then after 3 it like tones down.
We have
That's so interesting.
we have this conversation
Every time.
It's rosacea. All right, let's
But
just
after
jump
the
right
first
into
drink,
it.
after the second drink.
Yeah, exactly.
We got a lot to
we
get
have
into.
so much to talk about, especially since we didn't record last
Yeah,
week.
we got stuff built up, baby.
There you go, babe. It's coffee time, baby. Yeah. I don't know what to do anymore. I like don't know what dance to do. Everybody get mad at him.
Devin!
Go.
You're done.
Go.
Sit down.
You're done.
Unbelievable.
All right.
Welcome back to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. Let me do that one more time. Welcome back to Zane
Takes
and
1
Heath
week off.
Unfiltered. 1 week off, exactly. Welcome back to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. I'm Zane.
I'm Heath.
I'm mad.
I'm Mariah.
And we're back, baby.
Happy
It's
New Year.
Happy New
New
Year.
Year.
Yeah.
2022.
Not only a happy New Year, but a happy
Is everybody's like speech a
Yeah.
little slurred this episode?
little bit. Not only a happy New Year, but a happy 1 million
Subscribers.
subscribers.
Yeah.
1.1.
Thank you, guys.
We're at 1.1.
Devin, are we at 1.1?
I think we are at 1.1.
We already hit
Fuck,
100,000 over.
Let's find out.
Yeah, we wanted to bring that up like fucking 8 episodes ago, but we forget. We forget every episode. But yeah, we want to say thank you so much. You've given us such an incredible year of
I can't
podcasting.
believe it.
Can't believe we're here still recording this podcast.
1.01.
Yeah. 1,001,000.
Oh no!
I was like, there's no way we jumped that quick.
Ow, 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 ow. Sorry,
So
sorry,
we're
sorry.
at 1.1 thousand?
That's all right.
It's fine. It's okay.
We're grateful. We're grateful. We'll get there.
Yeah, we thought we were gaining quick.
We gained 1,000 in like 3 months.
I know.
Yeah.
It's all right. But
Y'all
still
are
growth.
sticking with us. Woo!
Still climbing.
We are. Hey, we're not going down. We're always going
Better
down.
than
Even if
losing.
by 1 or
That's
2
right.
We
people.
may plateau, but it's not down.
Exactly. What was everybody's favorite part of 2021?
I feel like I
Because
don't
I
know.
So
I
tough.
don't.
There was so many bad things that happened.
Perfect. All right, we'll move on then.
I have Matt's Christmas gift if we want to give it to him.
Oh, really?
Zane already opened his, so while I get it, you can
have
tell
it?
them
Oh,
what we got you.
Okay, good. All right, so Mariah got me off camera. She got me a towel warmer.
Give it
Fancy
up,
shit
give it
over
up,
here.
give it up.
It's
Give it up, baby.
it's a really nice one. It's classy.
Oh, it was very
It's-
modern.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice.
Barnes and Noble. You know me.
I took a trip to Barnes and Noble.
Mariah's first time in a bookstore.
First off, thank you, Mariah.
So this is Matt's Christmas gift.
I didn't know we were doing gifts.
That's not my first time in a bookstore.
I didn't.
Barnes and Nobles has a Starbucks.
You know what? This was my first year where I didn't get gifts for anybody.
That's all right.
Oh, you got me some game? Oh, okay. You got me multiple gifts. All right. I should have known that. A trivia game about things you ought to know.
All
Very
right.
accurate for me. Sherlock Holmes puzzle case.
Wait, is that like a mystery game?
Yes.
You get to solve mysteries? Have yeah, Matt, we should play that later.
This one's for your kids, but
Oh,
future kids.
Santa's sleigh is on its way to Texas.
Have you ever seen that book before, or have you?
You know what? It does catch my eye. I don't know how
Probably Texas.
how new it is, but I feel like I have seen it like around town. Thank you, Mariah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Heath.
Absolutely.
I need to clarify future
Thank
kids
you,
because Matt last episode had like your best daddy ever cup that somebody sent to you. So they're all thinking that Patricia's pregnant. And I just said it's for your kids.
Oh, yeah.
She's not pregnant.
We're trying to cover it up.
Well, don't spoil it. Wait till you have kids.
So Mariah was the gift giver this year.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say,
And I got
isn't
one
there-
more for the podcast.
Oh, for us.
This
No,
is
for you.
still for
But
you.
it's for the
Mariah.
You'll know what I mean.
It's a muzzle.
It's an anti-slip cup holder. Thank you. This
Wait.
is perfect.
So does that fit in there? That mug right there?
Hopefully
Yeah.
it does.
It fits regular
take
Oh,
the
wait.
insert out. Nice.
or rotate it.
Oh, that's genius. Look at
Look at that.
Right, it kind of reminds me of an ashtray.
Oh, yeah.
And it does.
For cigars.
Yeah.
I'll take this one because I apparently need it too.
Yeah.
I'll take the second
I'm the only one not to spill a drink on the podcast. I'm
hold
gonna
on,
jinx
I
that.
haven't.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was last episode and we didn't put
Twice.
it. So it doesn't. It
Two
doesn't
times
count.
in one episode.
Oh yeah, I was struggling last episode. I wish you guys could see it.
All right. Our brains weren't working right.
We'll put it up one day. But yeah, hold on, wait. I was gonna.
Best thing of last year. That's what you were saying?
I have nothing.
Oh.
I couldn't even tell you anything
we-
good from last year.
The last 2
can't
years
even think of anything.
Have morphed into one for me. I can't remember what was 2020 or 2021. When I think back, it's all just been like one really long year.
Yeah.
And I have no perspective of time.
Yeah, I can't remember like last holidays. I can't remember what we did.
Nothing.
In December, like for Christmas, for anything.
I think I know what mine was.
Probably
Well,
playing football in some family member's yard.
No, it was going to Italy for a wedding. Like that was just really nice. Like
Wait,
it was-
Something to remember.
I feel like I just saw that a few months ago that you went to it.
I mean,
a
it
wedding
was,
in
it
Italy.
was kind of like a few months ago ish.
I thought you said we were talking about December, last December.
Oh, I'm just talking about last year. I thought we were saying what our favorite memories were of 2021.
Oh God, yeah, no, I know, but we were talking about 2 years being morphed to one. Where like I don't remember what happened in December of 2020.
Oh, I was just picking
my
back
bad.
up off on our.
Oh shit, I was about to say like I'm really boggled right now.
I really liked my birthday.
yeah.
That was fun.
Birthday was
yeah.
nice.
We went to Catalina. We had a pool party here. That was fun. And then half my family had babies. So throughout the year, getting to see the kids.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Remember we went to Scott's show like a month ago, exactly a month ago today on the 6th. We went to the show. We all had fun. We went back to a friend's apartment, and I hit the side of a couch, right? And I was like, "Ooh, okay." And thought nothing of it. I hit the couch. I was like, "Ooh, okay." It hurt for like 10 seconds, and then it went away. The next day, I woke up, felt fine for like a week and a half. I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." Just nothing happened. And then one day, I woke up and I just started feeling like a little bit of pain. I was like, "Oh, that's strange." And then the next day it started hurting more. And the next day it started hurting more. And I was like, oh my God, this is bad. Yeah. And for some reason, I thought it was like something like internal bleeding or just something
Your
weird that like,
appendix or
your
something.
mindset.
yeah,
Starts
my
going-
appendix,
yeah.
because I didn't get hurt in like a week and a half. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on? And then on the 8th day, I was just like, I got to go see a doctor. It's not
I
healing
remember
up.
when you came into my bedroom and you were complaining because I'm like Mr. Doctor and because you were like something hurts like right here on my rib. And I was like, it might not be your bones, but it's like your intercostal muscles that like are the muscles between.
Yeah,
and I said that's you probably need like an anti-inflammatory.
Exactly, which that's what I was taking, but it wasn't really helping. So I went to the doctor and I told the doctor exactly what I was feeling. I was like, I don't know exactly if it's under my rib, over my rib, but just like I feel like I need an X-ray. I feel like I'm going crazy. Just tell me if there's anything wrong or if I need to do something. So the doctor doesn't think it's anything either because the way he was just his whole demeanor. Yeah, we got an X-ray done. He comes back and he's like, well, you're definitely not crazy. You have a fractured rib.
Oh my
I was like, what do you mean I have a fracture? He's
gosh.
like, did you like hit something? Or I was like, I hit the side of a couch, like not even that hard. He's like, it really depends on the angle you hit it. It doesn't even need to be that hard.
Whose couch?
It was Brett's couch.
The Flintstones?
Scott and Jay's friend Brett. It was his couch, but like it's soft. It's like not that. I'm telling you, it's not. It didn't even hit it that hard.
It's like a glass table. Like if you hit it at a certain angle, it's gonna shatter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's sturdy.
Yeah. Right. So the fracture is like a thin, like hairline fracture. Oh. So he pretty much told me he gave me anti-inflammatory, like really intense ones, and he told me that it's gonna take like 2 months to heal.
Yeah,
and
it sucks. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like you just have to wait a broken rib out.
Oh, especially for a hairline fracture. I guess if it was more serious, you'd wear a brace of some sort.
But I asked, and he said I shouldn't wear anything tight around my waist because that actually does
Take
not
that
heal
waist
it.
trainer off.
Yeah.
What weight trainer?
Your Skims.
You're
So Zane, take it off right now. But and which sucks because Heath and I were literally about to do it like an intense training program. We wanted to start working out with Ilya, and it was going to be this intense thing we were going to do for like 3 months, like straight, like fucking strict diet, no drinking, just everything.
I am really bummed.
Or are you really relieved that you don't have to do it?
So we were gonna do it together because Ilya wants to like film everything and like document it, and I feel really bad that Heath could start. I wouldn't care at all, but
I would feel really bad if I got started before you. So what? I will wait it out until you are good and ready.
I really appreciate that. You're gonna
Absolutely.
stay there for me.
Take your time.
Well, I'm glad you listened to your body and you really knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
Like
it was
I
just,
feel like sometimes you talk yourself into like, I have cancer. Like,
half the time I do, 100%. And I thought those were one of those times, but I was like, in my head, I was like, let me just check it out. I won't even tell you. Let me just check it out and then see if there's.
Does it hurt to laugh?
It did.
Okay.
Like it hurt to breathe. It hurt to bend. I could like even turning my car. It was just like,
yeah.
It really sucked. But it feels a lot better now. It's been like a month since it happened, but I felt it 2 weeks later. So it's been 2 weeks now. But I think it's going to take like another month and a half, a month to heal. Which
probably.
You know, if you ever sneeze like bending over, you can like fracture a rib.
Really?
Yeah, you can like really hurt yourself. Anytime you ever bent over, which I don't know how I've caught myself in moments where I have to sneeze and I'm bent over and I'm like, oh my gosh, you can like really.
I feel like that's one of those things where they tell you like if you cross your eyes and somebody hits you in the back of the head.
Yeah, or if you leave your eyes open and you sneeze, your eyes could pop out.
Well, yes, that is full of shit. But no, depending at certain angles and the intensity of a sneeze, I'm pretty sure it is possible. So never sneeze bent over because you can really hurt yourself.
Dude, I feel like I've rocked my ribs in the past like 5 years.
There's a lot of stupid, crazy shit you've done that hasn't done anything.
Yeah, but like the little side of a couch just fucking. You know what that told me when that happened? I'm getting fucking old.
Yeah,
this is bad.
It's a wake up call.
Yeah.
Or how drunk were you?
I was drunk.
But it could have happened to
we were
anybody.
we were all like celebrating Scott's show, so we were all drinking a lot. Except for Mariah. And Heath. I just don't want to say I don't want to make it seem like I'm the only one. Oh, I have a problem. But I do really need to stop doing stupid shit. That wasn't anything stupid what I was doing, but I tend to do just stupid shit where I don't think about hurting myself.
You try to have the most fun.
Exactly.
It's the confidence that we get.
Yeah, and I'm just dancing harder than you should be. Than your body can do. Because I know I hurt myself a lot when I'm dancing.
Because you don't feel it in the moment.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there like, and I like don't think that like I have a 30-year-old fucking neck now. I have to like really watch out.
Didn't your doctor tell you have the body of like a 55-year-old man?
He did, and that was
me.
Yeah,
that was 2 years ago. So imagine how old I am now. Probably 65, 66.
I would be offended if my doctor said that. How serious did he say it in a serious tone or like joking?
Yeah, it was like
check you out head to toe and like give you a scale of where you're at.
Yeah.
Physically.
I'm sure if I start working out a lot more and my diet's better, that age will go down. Yeah. But right now, this was maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago before I started working out hard.
Did you do it too with him?
Yeah.
What did they tell you?
I was a little younger. I think I was 50.
So now
Was this your standard doctor, or did you guys go?
No,
get
we
like
went and got like a health
superphysician?
scan.
Okay.
It was like a trainer that would give you. They'd test your body weight, your BMI, all sorts of stuff.
But mind you, we were really unhealthy when we got checked.
It was an overall health and wellness check, and I guess our bodies are a lot older than they should be.
But I think we're younger, a little younger. Because I feel like we've been eating better.
Benjamin Button. Like you guys are just going back.
Baby, I'm down to 45. Come on now. Time to start taking care of our health, which is why we're going to start this journey with Ilya.
And I just want to I want to be able to take off my shirt and be like, oh damn.
I want to be able to take off my shirt alone and be like,
not suck in.
Yeah.
Oh, we were just talking about that, Heath and I. We suck in. Did we talk about this last episode?
The one that got
so.
deleted.
Oh, okay. I want to bring this back. Okay, so Heath and I were talking about how we both suck in when we're by ourselves. So like when I'm in the shower and I'm looking, like the whole time I suck in, even
Flexing,
when there's
constantly.
when there's nobody watching.
Us too.
But I think that's crazy. I wonder how many people actually do that because when my shirt's off at a pool party, I'm sucking in the whole time. There's people around, but like I go home, I'm by myself, I'm resting. Even when I'm sleeping, I'm sucking in.
Right now, I just checked myself. I'm flexing under the table. You can't even see my stomach, but I just literally, I was like, what am I?
That's what I do.
What am I doing?
I flex everything even when I'm alone. But I think that's just my dance background. Like when you're dancing or like especially ballet.
Having a tight core.
Like keeping it tight. Yeah. So I just like, I don't think about it. I'm just like doing it.
Oh, so we just have a tight core then?
Yeah.
They're just ballerinas.
Good. Okay, well there you
No,
go.
I'm not flexing though. I'm literally just
You should take a ballet actually. That would help.
sucking in.
So we're trying to figure out, is that a type of body dysmorphia?
For sure it is. I mean, like I get self-conscious because sometimes I go on like these huge strides where I'm working out and like I can feel my muscles building, and I'm always touching it because that's how I gauge like, oh, it's getting bigger, and then I can tell when it's getting smaller. Like that's my sucking in, is that I'm groping myself all the time, checking out my size and going, it's getting smaller. I need to get back on it.
So I can't tell by touching it. I have to like look at it in the mirror.
Oh,
That's the only way I know.
No, I can feel it like a little baby.
Like a little baby.
Could you, if you had to train Heath and I, like, would you be able to do it? Like if
Train you for what?
working
dance?
out, like just
For invitationals?
no, like if we needed to work out, would you be able to like train us in like different workouts? Or
She's not a physical trainer. Mariah is just like genetically blessed. Like,
I would just give you my workouts and be like, I hope this helps.
but your workouts are like
Mariah's
going to Italian restaurants and eating pasta.
Right. First, we do dinner.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor of this episode, Noom.
Unlike other restrictive diets or workout programs, Noom Weight uses psychology to empower you with the practical knowledge and skills you need to build smarter, more sustainable long-term habits and behaviors.
Their psychology approach is based on scientifically proven principles like cognitive behavioral therapy, which helps people better understand their relationship with food and why they eat the way they do.
Noom understands that the weight loss journey is difficult and filled with ups and downs. That's why they believe it's about progress, not perfection.
Noom doesn't believe in restricting what you can or can't eat. Instead, Noom gives you the knowledge and wisdom you need to make informed choices that not only fit your lifestyle, but also help you reach your goals.
An off day is totally okay and won't set you off course. Noom Weight gently helps you get back on track.
That's right, you're the boss. You decide how Noom Weight fits into your life, not the other way around.
And get this, more than 75% of users complete the whole program.
And more than 60% of users lose 5% or more body weight by 16 weeks, and more than 60% of users engaged with the program keep the weight off for a year or more.
So sign up for your trial today and get psychology-based support and motivation to reach your goals at noom.com/unfiltered.
That's noom.com/unfiltered to sign up for your trial.
Again, sign up for your trial today at noom.com/unfiltered.
One more time, baby. That's noom.com/unfiltered to sign up for your trial.
Thank you, Noom. Oh, Matt, you want to tell these guys what you just said? So he's been keeping this shit a secret for like 2 months.
top secret.
Oh, gosh.
It's 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like it because this happened around in October. For the people who didn't know, and you guys really didn't know, but I think you may have seen a little bit of it on social media. I was on a game show.
Oh, yes. I saw those pictures.
Yes, I was on a game show. I was on Let's Make a Deal on CBS,
That's
hosted
sick.
by
So
Wayne
cool.
Brady. I got an email asking to audition. I said, sure, why not? I auditioned for it. And
isn't it crazy that like you have to audition for game shows? I thought you just like kind of.
Well, you have to have a personality.
They got to just sense out that you have a good energy about you.
Right.
Because like anybody could go on and you
say some crazy shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So I auditioned. They really liked my story about how I was a podcast host, how I loved tiny Christmas villages and all of that. And originally I was supposed to
Tell us about you.
Originally I was supposed to just go on these other random ones that weren't seasonal, but then I got booked for the Christmas season specials, which was like a whole.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a week long, 2 weeks long, nonstop giveaways for the Christmas people. I dressed up like a reindeer.
Perfect.
Okay.
I originally wanted to be this like star, like a star costume, and I ordered it online, and then I got it, and it was this huge gold cone head, and I put it on, and Patricia was like, "You look like a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Like you cannot wear that on national TV."
So you provided your own costume.
So luckily we live in like the North Hollywood area. All the studios have all those rental places. Right. So we get into the game show. Everyone is like in their own little pods because normally on Let's Make a Deal, huge big crowds, kind of like the Price is Right. And you get randomly picked to go down there. We were kind of like in our own like pods and stuff. And Wayne Brady comes out. It's like, holy shit, it's Wayne Brady. And then the games start. And the first one is like this wishing well game. And this first contestant goes up, and y'all, I feel bad for this woman. She was like, I'm a veteran. I work with like rehabilitating soldiers and stuff. And I was like, oh, awesome. So she's like, and he goes, all right, this is the wishing well game. You have to put on a glove, and then you have to pull out these 2 coins, okay, out of the wishing well. And the coins say different types of prizes. It's either like you pull out a coin that says door number 1, or it says the little box.
Yeah.
And this woman is like fishing through, and she's like, I'm going to go with the little box, Wayne. And they're like, all right. And that's the whole thing about Let's Make a Deal. There's no intellect. There's no strategy. It is just pick door number 1 or pick door number 2. And you can get zonked. You can win nothing. You can win like dirty dishes. Like it's...
Oh, I'm down.
So
I love
it. And this woman picks the little box. Sure enough, it's like a zonk. She doesn't win. And I'm like, oh, poor girl. And then all of a sudden they go, what about you, man, right there? How about you come on down and let's make a deal? To me.
Woo!
And I'm like,
woo, yeah. And she just got zonked.
She got zonked. And I felt so bad because I felt like she just like deserved.
Yeah.
So I go down and I pick out the coins. And it's curtain number 1. Or the little envelope. I have these 2 choices. And you know what? I'm like, I'm on Let's Make a Deal. Let's go big, think big. I'm going for curtain number 1.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? So I put the envelope token back into the well. Mm-hmm. And he goes, all right, Matt, what do you think? Curtain number 1? And I go, yeah, curtain number 1. He goes, Matt, what if I gave you $1,000 right now? You could walk away with it and not pick curtain number 1. I go, Wayne, I'm going with the curtain. He goes, Matt, what about $2,000? Woo! And I go, no, wait, I'm gonna stick with the curtain because I'm on the damn show.
Yeah, you want to go far. Yeah,
even if I lose, who cares?
Yeah.
So he goes, Matt, what about $3,000 cash right now? You can take and not pick curtain number 1. I go, Wayne, I'm going with the curtain. And he goes, all right, Matt. And he goes, let's see what's behind curtain number 1. And they unveil it, and it is this outdoor dining set barbecue grill.
Wow.
Stone. It's like stone, like a stone, like built into the ground kind of barbecue. Not like a one on wheels. It's like they come and install.
Beautiful pizza oven thing.
Zane lives in the same house as
I provided the furniture. He's going to provide the outside patio.
Right.
And neither one of them can grill.
Oh, well, no, that's when you come in. And then Mariah comes in with that horsey over here.
And the thing is, it's like when they unveil the curtain, you're still really kind of far away. There's all these cameras in front of you. You can look up at the monitor, but it happens so quick. The light, the crowd, everyone's screaming. I'm happy. And then all of a sudden they go, and that totals up to a prize winnings or whatever the prize is worth.
Right.
Up to like $11,000 something. And I'm like,
so
holy shit.
You can either take the $11,000 or the grill.
Right. But I've heard through a lot of times with prizes and stuff, they say just take the prize because
you got to pay taxes on the money.
You got to pay taxes on the money. And you should just get the free prize. You know?
Yeah.
What's the prize?
That way when people see it that come over, like, oh, where did you get this?
It's a good
Funny
story.
actually.
Right.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm thrilled. I've won an outdoor dining set, something that I'm not really that jazzed about, but it's worth a lot and it's cool. I sit back down in my seat and I'm happy because I'm just like, I won something. I didn't get zonked. I'm just happy to be here. The game goes on. Contestants go up, start playing games. And y'all, people start making some bad decisions. People are getting zonked left and right, and they're not winning that great of prizes. They're
shit.
Like one guy ends up winning like an electric bicycle, like or electric scooter.
That's good.
But
A bird.
But I'm here keeping my eye out for all the prizes and what they're worth. And I'm like, that was only worth $4,000. And then someone else wins something, and that was only worth $6,000. And at the end of the game of Let's Make a Deal, the person who has the biggest prize can risk it for the big deal. So y'all, guess who had the biggest prize?
Yes! Oh my God.
And what was funny is because like Zane, the night before, Zane knew that I was going on the game show.
He was studying the show. So he was watching probably
The
4
last
seasons
20 years.
of Let's Make a Deal.
I'm watching every damn episode. Just the thing is, there is no strategy.
Yeah, there's no
It's
strategy
just by
though.
chance.
But
Yeah.
it's just, but all you know is that one out of all of like the 20 contestants I was against gets picked for the big deal. And I just couldn't believe it that it came down to me that like
That's
I was
sick.
getting up. And you know what? That's always like that trope in like, I don't know, like stories or whatever, like pick between door number 1,
Right,
door number
yeah.
2, door number 3. Never in my life did I think it would come down to this moment where I have to pick between door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. So the thing is, I was trying to have a little strategy because the last game
number 3, my lord.
The last game that happened right before the final the big deal of the day. Door number 3 had a card behind it. This girl was playing for it. She didn't win.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, so door number 3, they're not going to leave that card there, and they're probably not going to put the grand prize. So I'm going to focus on door number 2 because everyone wants to go for door number 1, door number 3. I was like, door number 2, door number 2. And the producer woman's like, we need a reason why you're picking door number 2.
None of your business. How about that?
Wait, why?
Just because it helps the narrative of, saying, hey.
Oh, on camera, you have to explain why you're picking number 2.
They go, it would really, we'd love to see a reason why you're picking the number.
Got
so
it.
I was like,
because I just did number 2 5 minutes
Just
ago.
like a shit.
It's like, what do you want?
and so he's like, Matt, it's come down to it. Why do you want to pick which door of these doors you want to win? And all of them, you're going to win something. Okay. You're not going to get zonked, but they all rank. There's one prize that's like pretty nice, one that's pretty good, and one that's amazing.
Yeah.
He goes, Matt, why door number 2? And I go, you know what, Wayne? Me and my girlfriend's 2nd anniversary is coming up. And it's my 2nd year making a tiny Christmas village because he like asked about that.
Sure.
And I go, I'm just feeling it. The number is just repeating itself in my life. And I'm going for door number 2. He goes, all right. Now, Matt, let's see what you would have won in door number 1.
Oh.
They open it up. And it is
a house.
It's a big bank vault that opens up with like a digital screen behind it, and it says $7,777 cash.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And he goes, all right, but let's see what you're gonna get with with curtain number 2. And I'm like, shit, that means I didn't get the big deal.
Yeah.
I should have
Right.
picked door number 3 because they would have waited to
Exactly.
reveal it.
Yeah.
And they open it up, and it's an entertainment system. I got a mid-century modern credenza and a 75-inch plasma TV.
Probably already has
Yeah,
that.
don't you like the mid-century modern anyways?
I'm thrilled regardless. I'm happy I'm winning this TV.
You made it to the end. Yeah, I think that's
I made it to the end.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be bummed. I'm just happy to be there.
Right.
And then they go, and let's see what you would have won in door number 3. And they open it, and it's just this like TV screen that just says London. And he goes, you would have won a week's trip to London.
Shut
You would have
up.
stayed at all of the best places. You would have gone to all of the best sites, all of this stuff. And he goes, and not only that, you would have won everything in the 2 other doors.
Oh my God.
You would have won the cash. You would have won the TV. And I'm like,
Oh my, all that together would have been like $30,000.
$33,500.
Holy shit.
So we're not doing a barbecue?
Oh,
And we're not going to London.
Damn. That's what sucks about those things. You start winning, and then at the end,
they give you options.
you get
where
hit, and then you like go home depressed.
Oh, I that was the thing that like some people lost big and they were just sitting there in the crowd like
The reaction, yeah, you're just like,
they were just dead inside. And the producer lady is like, clap. like, root for everybody. And they're just like, I should have picked the other thing.
Oh, shit.
I know. And the thing is, all I wanted really was a trip. That's what I was talking to Patricia about. I go, a trip would be awesome because I just want to come back from a sweepstakes winning trip. You always hear about these giveaways and trips, but you're like, what was it like? Did they hook you up? What was the stay like?
Yeah, was it half-assed?
Yeah, I wanted to experience that. So if you guys want to watch Let's Make a Deal, if you have, I think, Paramount Plus, you can watch the episode from December 23rd. But yeah, I was on TV, and I wanted TV.
Yeah. Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So,
and I feel like you've been talking about being on a game show for like a little bit now. Like you've always wanted to go on a game show or Jeopardy or anything like that.
And you never know who's watching.
Right. And I was a little worried people were like thinking it would be rigged because I was getting on the big, that I got it up to the big deal. It was 100% luck. Please. Like people, like after they saw it, were like, oh, so did they just like get an influencer and put you on? I'm like, no, not at all. They asked me to audition, but my chance of picking that out of everyone else's chances of what they picked, I
think that's way too big of a risk for a show to do that because like, he could easily say like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, but I had a hell of a time. It was really, really fun. If you want to just go see me in the beginning.
That's sick.
Watch all to the end.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
Cool.
I have something really scary that happened to me, and it was very exciting for Matt. You were on a show.
He tells the rib story again.
I had a little show of my own back at home. I stayed home for the holidays. I couldn't go home because the whole family got COVID, so I stayed back.
I know. I felt bad for you.
He's saying home is in LA.
Oh, home is in LA.
When I hear home, I automatically think of everyone's
home is in Florida.
Yeah,
I do too. I think so.
No,
but
home is in. I felt so sad. Like on Christmas morning, I was like, "Where is everybody on Find My Friends?" And Zane's just like right at our house,
just by myself.
Like,
Yeah, it's funny. I kept checking your location too when I was home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I felt really. I just wanted to see like that you were out of the house. I wanted to make sure that you weren't just stuck at home.
I was pretty much.
Yeah, you were at home.
I was pretty much home the whole time.
But then when he saw you out with his best friend, he was like, "This is not what I meant."
It was both of my best friends that don't hang out that were together, and I was not there. I was just like,
"Oh, come on!" He was freshly single. No other friends were here. We're like, "Hey, let's hang out."
It's all right. It's okay.
But it was really sad. But you know what? I was kind of okay with being by myself for the holidays because it was such a shitty year. I was like, you know what? Wrap it up.
Right.
Let's have a good fucking next year. Maybe, hopefully. But it definitely did not start out right because of what fucking happened at the house. I didn't want to tell you this yet. I didn't want to scare you. I'd rather scare you on the podcast. I thought that'd be fun. That'd be better. And I have not told Todd yet. But we've gotten all figured out and everything. So
go on.
So we have cleaners come like every 2 weeks. They come like do a deep clean of the house and whatever. So the cleaners came that day, but
Christmas Day?
No, not Christmas Day. Sorry, that week. That week.
Like we had them working Christmas Day.
This happened like a couple weeks ago. But so the cleaning ladies were at the house. They come like once every 2 weeks to do a deep clean, and they sometimes clean the outside patio, but they forgot to lock the back door that day, and it kind of sucks. I hate when the doors are unlocked, but like, you know, it happens. Oh. And we got done here, and I went home at 3:30 in the morning. I went to the airport.
You went home.
Yeah, I went home at 3:30 in the morning. I walked in, unlocked my front door, walked in, and you know, whatever. I close my door. I go lock up everything. I go to the back door and I see it's unlocked. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I hate when something's unlocked because I'm just like in my own head for the rest of the night.
Yeah, then your mind goes crazy. You want to check everything.
Exactly. So I go, I lock the door. I'm sitting there, I'm like,
especially because all the roommates are out of town too. It's
all the
just
roommates out of town. Yeah. Exactly.
All the variables are canceled out on why it could be open.
Right.
Exactly. So I lock up all the doors. I turn off all the lights. I turn on the outside door light on just because I like that outside door light on.
Aesthetic.
I go up to my room and go to bed. I'm in my bed for like 20 minutes and then I get hungry. And so I get out of my room and I start walking downstairs and my front door is wide open. Wide open.
No.
Okay.
No.
So I sit there and I'm like,
oh no.
And you had already locked everything up.
I locked everything up. So in my head, immediately I was like, oh my God, somebody was either in this house right now or somebody was in the fucking house when I walked
out. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I run up to my, especially with all the shit's going on, which I want to talk about right after, all the shit that's happening in this city, especially in our neighborhood. I was like, oh my God, I'm next. And I have no weapon on me. For the first time in my life, I wish I had a fucking gun on me because I was like, I don't want to die like this. No one's here. All my friends are gone. This fucking sucks.
I would have ran out the front door and left.
No. I didn't want to do that.
He was out there.
I didn't know. I didn't know where anybody was. So I ran, kind of dumb now that I think about it. I should just ran out, but this is the first thing that I thought. So I ran right back in my room because I knew.
Next time he judges a scary movie and says, "Why are you doing that?" Just be like,
black out.
Yeah, you know what? I wasn't thinking too hard. I was just thinking I need to get into a locked room, right? So I run right back in my room. I lock my door. I run into my closet and I lock that door. And I have my phone immediately.
You have a lock on your closet?
Wow, you're rich.
Yeah, I have a lock. I have a
Must
lock.
be
in my,
nice in the primary bedroom.
Yeah, but the door has like a glass in the middle, so you can just easily. So it's like not that bad.
Zane's just like Jodie Foster in like Panic Room, just like.
Bro, that's how I felt. I felt like I was in Panic Room. I was like, I need to get to the closest.
He's standing there like, yo, I can see you.
Wait, question. When you go up to your room, do you pass the front door?
Let's explain the whole floor plan now, Mariah.
Oh, no.
No, I'm saying like when you went to your room, was the door closed and then you came down for food and then it was open? Or did you just not notice when you went to your room?
Yeah, you have to go up to the front to get upstairs. So you would see the front door.
I locked my doors before I went up to my room.
Okay, so it was closed when you went up there.
Yeah.
You got hungry.
Came down and it was open.
And it was open. Wide open. Mariah, wide open. Not like it was wide open. Like, our door. It doesn't just swing open. Even if it's like a little open, it doesn't swing open.
Yeah.
It's a heavy door. And I run up to my closet. Everything's locked. I immediately call the police. Guess how long I was on hold for? Hold. Well, no, it wasn't even. Nobody even answered. It was this line is busy. Please wait, and you'll get you'll get an operator as fast as the fucking voice. I forget what they said, but
dispatch.
The dispatch, exactly. And it took fucking almost 10 minutes for them to answer. And then they answer and I go, holy shit, that took really fucking long. This is like an emergency. I need somebody to get to my house, send my address.
Are you talking quietly?
Oh yeah, I'm talking quietly. I just didn't want to do it here.
Right.
But I'm reliving this moment right now. But yeah, I was super fucking silent. I was like, I need to get over here right now. I gave my address. I was like, I don't know if this person is in my house or not. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I just need somebody here right now. I'm in fear of my life and I have no weapons on me. I have no way to protect I don't even have a fucking pen. Like I just got nothing in my room.
He takes his puff. Get back. Get back.
I get the hanger and just
MacGyver that shit. Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there. I know the cops are gonna take at least 15 minutes to get to my house. So I'm sitting there. I'm panicking, and I wanted to call Heath in the moment, but I knew he was way like.
I was on the flight.
Why did I think that you were sleeping? Maybe it was the night before. It was the night before we filmed, actually, because I was here really late. Remember?
Right. When we filmed, he left at like 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah. So you were definitely still here because I knew you were here. But I was just like, I don't want to call Heath right now. He's gonna freak out. He's gonna like haul over with his fucking gun. I was like,
he'd be there quicker than the cop.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't want Heath to get hurt. If anybody was gonna get hurt, maybe one of the cops. That sounds horrible. But I didn't want Heath to fucking die trying to come for me. And when I'm locked in my, I was waiting for the cops. They got there and I was like, "Are you guys outside?" They're like, "We're outside." I was like, "Just walk around the house real quick and I'll come down." So they walked around.
Did you leave the door open? You just ran straight to your room?
No, they walked around the outside of the house. I was like, "Just walk around the outside of the house."
Did you shut the front door when you saw it was open? Or did you still keep it open?
So did they see the door was open and they were assessing everything?
You know what? I did shut the door really quick. I shut the door and I ran upstairs.
Oh my god!
And then and then they were there. I come down and I opened the door and there was like 8 cops. I think everybody but it took so long to get a hold of anyone. So I was surprised to see that many people there. But I was also freaking out on the phone. They
were at dinner trying to close their tab.
So they were just going through my house and I was standing outside and I like truly thought that there was going to be something something was going to happen. They were going to find them and then I don't know. Exactly. Something. I was just really worried.
Did the dispatch stay on hold with you?
Yes, until the cops got there. When I met up with the cops, then I hung up.
What did you guys talk about, or was it just kind of silent?
I was just like, "Hey guys, I'm so sorry. I've had multiple break-ins in my last house, and I know what's going on lately with all the fucking."
There's crazy home invasions. Like there was a stabbing just in your old neighborhood.
My Ring app. I'm getting 3 notifications a day about home invasions. Like people are getting like tied up and stabbed in the middle of their fucking house.
There was one today.
Here. What the fuck is going on? Like I just don't understand. It's
and if you don't know the old stories, in your old house, there was a guy that would literally walk inside while you were sleeping.
Yeah. That one was pretty terrifying. But like I haven't been as scared as I have been lately because of seeing all this shit go down in the past few weeks. But yeah,
they got there and didn't find anything.
They got there. they were saying how, are you sure you didn't leave the door open? And I was like, look, I'm telling you right now, I was already freaked out because I came home and the back door was unlocked. Trust me, I'm not leaving the front door open before I go to sleep after I found one of my doors unlocked. Like and then he again repeated, maybe you just left it open.
I'm picturing one of the cleaning ladies just accidentally fell asleep while working and like never left.
Oh, right.
That's why it was still open. And then she was like, oh shit.
So that happened, right? Like that situation happened. I went to bed that night. I was like,
I don't know how you fell asleep.
Yeah, I don't know how you
it took me a long time to fall
They
asleep.
went through the entire house, checked every
They
room.
checked everything.
Ooh, cops have been in my room.
Yeah, they've been all over you guys' shit. Yeah, so I went back to bed.
They find shit in your room. You're like,
no, I was like,
they're just leave out. So I go to bed. I kind of tell myself that you left the door open. Like I just had to think like that in order to get to sleep because I wasn't even, it was at this point, it was like 4:30 in the morning.
You're innocent.
A couple days later, I open my drawer and I see all my cash is missing. And then I was just like, oh my God, no.
What?
My cash was missing from my drawer.
so there was somebody.
I wasn't that sure yet. I was like, oh, maybe I took out all my cash, but like I always have my cash in this drawer that I have it specifically in, and it just wasn't there. And I was just like, oh fuck. I immediately call Travis. I'm like, hey, my money's gone. Just like,
Right.
let's figure this out. A few days later, Devin tells me that my checkbook is missing.
Oh.
From the drawer that he always has it in. And then I was like, that's really weird. But everything was there. All of our expensive shit or whatever we have in the house, it's still all there. It doesn't look like anybody was in the house.
Right.
And I told Travis that, and he was like, oh, Zane, that just means, oh, you have a weak house. Like they'll be back. And I was like,
great.
What do you mean they'll be back? They're like, they're obviously
it was
making
too simple.
They didn't want to make it noticeable.
Right.
They'll probably be back. I was like, oh, okay, we're getting fucking security. So I got armed security now. We got fucking armed security in the front at all times.
We do?
Yeah. I just hired them. I hired them tonight.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
I didn't want to say anything until I told you right now.
Merry Christmas, Matt.
There's a person outside of our house?
Armed security.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Fort Knox.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I had to. I have to do.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking guys, I wish you could see the alerts that we're getting in the past two
No.
days.
Your money and your checkbook's gone.
LA is going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Has any checks been written? Has any?
No, Travis hasn't seen anything, but
should we bait them again? Like, are we gonna
like last time?
It's too real now.
Yeah, remember when we baited them last time?
Yeah.
We had like the stack of cash next to the window because we were gonna catch it.
It was like trying to catch Santa Claus. We put like cookies out,
but we were ready. Like the thing is that we probably would have hurt him really badly if we came across him when he was in. Like the thing is that the cops weren't doing anything at the time.
Yeah.
There's not really much they can do. But like it was just happening every few days.
Though.
No. The thing is that you want to try to catch this. You don't want to spook them because you don't know if they'll be right back. Like,
then again,
I'm not engaging in any type of conflict with it.
If you like held him against his will, there's going to be a lawsuit. He's going to come after you saying that you.
Well, I wasn't going to hold it.
It's so fucking stupid the way this like the justice system works with this type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I was hoping. Remember, we're talking about like, okay, what if the guy like comes in and he tries to run away, and we just push him down the stairs?
You're going to jail.
That law is fucking insane.
It's crazy. Me. If he turns around and is trying to leave, and you do something, you're done.
Why? Yeah, that's like the stupidest fucking law in the world.
If you're a robber and somebody approaches you, just turn your back real quick if they try to shoot you or if they try to hit you, because then you're good to go. It's so dumb.
That's such like the incentives these robbers and like these people doing home invasions have is fucking out of this world. That's crazy.
There was somebody that broke into somebody's house and slipped and like broke their back or something while they were trying to do a home invasion and sued because they slipped in that house.
No,
dude, there's
no way.
Yeah, there's crazy
that's real.
shit like
you
that.
looked this up.
Yeah, there's crazy shit that's happened. There's a lot of like dumb stories like that. Yeah, just.
Whatever. I mean, that's the last time that
just
shit's ever fucking happening. The thing is that we just moved. That's why, or now we didn't just move, but like it took time to get everything settled. But I was just like, fuck this. I'm going to have armed people outside of my house. Like we're the fucking mafia. Like we're a fucking drug cartel.
Aren't we sponsored by Simply Safe?
We will be now.
We will be now.
Heath and I were watching a crime show where they showed crimes that got caught on tape. And I guess more and more people are getting surveillance inside their house, which is really smart because the things that they're catching now is
if you would have
insane.
had that.
It was this couple it was in Chicago. They were sleeping on the couch watching a movie, a normal night. And the The next morning they woke up and the wife couldn't find her purse or something. So he checked the surveillance to see where she put it.
Yeah.
And he's watching the surveillance, and at like 3 a.m. They fell asleep watching TV. So the TV's playing. And you can see the stairs going up. At the top of the stairs, there's just a man standing there, just watching the TV and watching just standing
looking
there.
down at them.
Oh, at them watching the TV.
Yes.
Well, they're
inside
sleeping.
The house.
They're sleeping. He walks in and he's just standing at the top of the stairs looking down at them.
10 to 15 minutes, just standing there. Barely moving. Like when they showed the cops the footage, the cops were like, "Oh, can you play it in regular motion? Like, don't take it out of slow mo." They were like, "This is normal speed," because he was moving so slow.
Stop.
But that was the end of it.
But
Where was it?
You could tell he's standing there thinking about what he's going to do because he got in through a balcony on the 3rd story. So he was the owner was like, "I didn't think to lock my balcony on the 3rd story," but I guess the guy got in through that, came in, and was standing there, and you could tell he was like thinking about his plan.
And he was watching TV because as soon as the credits came on, he frantically left.
The credits stopped because like usually people wake up as soon as a movie's over. So he knew that they were going to be waking up, and as soon as the credits rolled, they both sat up and woke up. And then you see him like go like this and turn and leave out the room.
But nothing happened to them.
No.
How do we do that? Why do we wake up when the credits?
Change of sound, I think.
The credits are a little louder than the movie, so.
Or like when you're in the car and you fall asleep, you wake up right when you're pulling into your house.
I think because you're on, like when you're on a long drive, you're on the highway most of the time, and then when you're like your car's slowing down, I think your body
senses.
I think your
reacts to
body
that.
also senses like
the left and the right.
path, the left and the right,
Yeah.
and then you're home.
That's why we wake up right like when you're entering a gas station.
We are so smart.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But guys, if you're in LA's just been
careful.
really fucking crazy lately. Just like
Don't
make
visit
sure
right
your
now.
doors are locked, get the highest form of security you can, and just be prepared at all fucking times because these are just random people's homes that are just getting attacked. And even like on the street, like people are getting their cars robbed at gunpoint.
Broad daylight.
Yeah.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
Outside of like restaurants.
Someone in Baltimore shared this video of like when you're driving around the streets at 3 a.m. in Baltimore, like a guy had like his hood on and he acted like he was a blind man in the middle of the street. He was acting like he was a blind person in the middle of the street, and like people see that and think like, oh, this is a blind person. They need help.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, there's his friend who's on the other side on the sidewalk. And what's going to happen is right when you pull up to him,
You're going to open your door to like
They're going to
help
sandwich
the
you.
blind guy.
they'll jack your car.
And then they jump in and take your car.
Jesus.
And that makes me so sad because the people that try to help people every day,
Think about
they're
how
going to get bamboozled.
Yeah.
Think about how low you got to be. You fake as a fucking blind person to get somebody to help you so you could
terrible.
steal their car. You're fucked.
How about get a life?
Get a job.
Pay rent.
Start a family.
Do something.
A couple kids will change your life.
Hold on. I've been just scared just even driving around at night. Like I pull up at an intersection and I'm at a red light. I'm constantly checking my surroundings just in case. Cause they pull up to you like when you're stopped at like lights and like that and shit.
Oh, I'm scared.
Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor of this podcast, Magic Spoon.
Growing up, cereal was one of the best parts about being a kid.
Oh my God.
But unfortunately, it had all that sugar and junk in it that you just shouldn't eat.
And we've been trying to cut down on carbs, sugar, unhealthy food, and realize we literally cannot eat that stuff anymore.
And you guys know I've been on my health kick lately, so I drink my protein shakes every day. Now there's a new way where I can eat protein before and after my workouts.
And we're all trying to eat better, but healthy breakfast doesn't have to be boring. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love and remember as a kid without all the bad stuff in it.
And guys, this cereal is so healthy. Look, it has 0 grams of sugars, 13 grams of protein, and 4 grams of net carbs. This is like the healthiest cereal you could pretty much eat right now.
And it's only 140 calories per serving. Honestly, I can't stop. I actually had a bowl this morning for breakfast, and I like to just take handfuls throughout the day. Kind of like a little protein boost, give you some energy, easy to snack on.
And it's still like really sweet too. Like when you eat the cereal just by itself, it still has like that cereal feel to it. Like you feel like a kid again.
It's so good.
It's keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, and low carb.
Right now, my 2 favorites are the peanut butter and the cocoa, but you can also get the variety pack, which have 4 flavors.
They also have the frosted and fruity flavor. Heath, when you mix the cocoa and the peanut butter cereal, it tastes exactly like a peanut butter cup.
Why didn't I think about that?
Yeah, I know. You only opened that one. I don't know why you didn't mix the both
Well, I've had
together.
this one before, but I never mixed them.
It literally tastes exactly like the childhood cereal you used to eat, but This time, it's super nutritious, baby.
And it still has all the fun games on the back. You get the maze like you remember as a kid, and it's just fun.
So make sure to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use our code at checkout to save $5 off your order.
So go to magicspoon.com/Zane and Heath and use code Zane and Heath.
And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, is backed with a 100% happiness guarantee, baby. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm so happy.
Honestly, there's no way you're gonna ask for your refund because you're gonna love this. And I think that's why they have their happiness guaranteed.
Thank you, Magic Spoon, for keeping our tummies full, giving us that flavor that we miss and we need, and keeping our tummies skinny at the same time.
That's right, our favorite guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/Zane and Heath and use code Zane and Heath to save $5.
Thank you, Magic Spoon. Let me try the fruity.
Let me try the frosty.
Bitch.
The frosty one. Oh my, this one.
Yeah.
This one tastes most like actual children's cereal.
Sorry about that. We're doing a quick little taste test on the rest. That shit busting.
I watched a review of a guy trying the fruity one, and he said it tastes exactly like Fruit Loops. And
Really
it really
good.
does. Holy hell. Make sure to get yourself some.
I know what this one tastes like.
And have a good morning again, baby. A good childhood morning. A good nostalgic morning.
You know what's worse than your house getting broken into and somebody being inside?
Yeah, what?
The hell of a holiday we had.
What happened?
That's a great movie title. Hell of a holiday.
Good job, Mariah.
Matt's already writing it.
Yeah, it was an absolute disaster from start to finish.
This is starting from when we finished the podcast and you had to leave, right?
Yeah.
No, it started with the podcast.
Yeah.
That was a disaster on its own.
Yeah.
God.
So we did the podcast. We left, head to the airport. We get there. Everything's good on time.
Where are you flying to?
We're going to Cancun.
Oh, okay.
So
They're having a weekend.
we were excited. We're like, you know what? Let's start the New Year's off right. Let's treat ourselves. Let's enjoy the holiday. We go to the airport. We're going to go get checked in. And we go to print our boarding pass and it's not printing. So we're like, this is weird. So I go to ask somebody and they're like, oh no, you got to get into that line over there. And it was like guest services. And the line was like 50 people deep. I'm like, well, I don't have time for this. I just want to print my boarding pass because we have our carry-on bags. We were like,
Why can't you just show like the ticket on your phone?
It wouldn't let me like check in on my phone.
Weird.
Oh.
So I was like,
before this, parking.
oh
We
God.
we went to park, right? And the spot next to us has this little sign that says no parking January 4th. And we were supposed to come back January 4th.
Yeah.
So we'll
But
come back to this.
The sign was just in front of this one spot. So I was like, does it mean the whole row or just that one spot that's so random? I said, doesn't matter. We're coming back the 4th anyway. We're going to be leaving.
Yeah.
So then we get checked in.
And then
Remember that.
Okay.
so we go.
Can I make a guess?
We specifically didn't bring a check bag because we know it's a nightmare if you're traveling outside of the country.
Oh yeah, no
So,
check bag. especially
Carry on
holidays.
only. We get there, go over to the guest service area. We start waiting. I can't do this. So I go over to talk to somebody. I'm like, hey, I don't have a check bag. I don't need to deal with that. I just need my boarding pass so I can get on. They're like, oh, here. Let's see what's going on.
We got there an hour and a half before our flight.
Yeah, because it's international, right? So you get
Right.
there a little early.
And if you have normally if you have a checked bag, you have to check it in an hour before your flight.
Yeah.
And we didn't have checked bags, but we were still there early.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
to make sure.
Exactly. So we're waiting and waiting, going through this. Then the other person we start talking to, and they go, oh, you have to check your bag. And I was like, but it's a carry-on. They're like, no, you have to check your bag. You can't do a carry-on. And I was like, why can't I do a carry-on?
Wait, what airline is this?
United. So they're like, you can't.
Call them out.
So they're like, you can't do a carry-on. I was like,
United
well,
we
can I
fall.
pay for a carry-on? Can I pay for something? Can I pay for a check bag, but still just?
Can
Right.
we upgrade?
I was like, we
Yeah.
gotta go though. Like now time's getting cut and close because we're waiting. And they were like, oh no, you can't do anything. You got to go to guest services if you want to like change anything. I'm
Did
like,
you say it just like that with a smile?
yeah, they were fucking annoying. So
They were on a high.
they
This
knew
is-
how long this fucking line was
Yeah.
too. And I was like, well, now it's getting to the point where I was like, I need to start rushing. And they're like, well, you need to do a check bag. And honestly, right now is the cutoff. So you can't check your bag.
They were
And-
making things up. She told us that the gate closes
yeah.
an hour before the flight. I
So-
said that is
So
not true.
all of a sudden she hops on a call. She's like, yeah, no, it's just a carry on.
Nobody's on the other end.
Yeah. So then she goes, okay, yeah.
I'll
No,
tell
you're
him.
gonna have to book a flight for the
See,
morning.
Oh,
This-
what motherfucker.
This is the type of stuff that's going to make you an airport dad. like after you have
Going crazy.
These are the reasons why dads are like, we need to get to the airport early.
4 hours early.
Like this.
This will never happen again.
I know, but don't ever push it though. Still, if you got there an hour before, you probably everything would have been fine.
I was an hour and a half.
He was
early.
an hour and a half early.
I know. Still, for international flights, they recommend
3 hours.
Sure, they do.
So
they do.
Anyways.
I mean,
but it was a carry-on bag, irregardless.
And it's irregardless.
So they're like, you got to book a flight for tomorrow morning. There's nothing we can do. And I was like, great. So we walk outside. I'm having a fucking temper tantrum. I'm losing my shit because we have stuff planned for this entire trip. Our hotel's already booked.
We have
a boat trip for that next morning. And I was like, we have to be there. So I'm like,
our friends that went, they had all these activities planned, and they chose them because everyone was going to pitch in.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm like, we're missing the activities. Like, I feel so bad because we were supposed to pitch
missing
in.
everything.
you're
So
making it more expensive for them because like
Yeah,
So now-
so we're both having anxiety.
Yeah.
So now there's 45 minutes until our flight takes off. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm going to go back in there.
There you go.
I was like, babe, I got this. So I walked back in and I was like, I need to talk to somebody else. And then
Oh, you pulled? Is that the first time you've ever pulled a Karen?
Can I speak to a manager? So somebody else
I
comes
would
over.
too, though, in that moment.
This guy's talking to me. He's like, I was like, I understand that I need to check my carry-on bag. I don't really understand. I'm willing to do whatever I can to just make this flight. Like, I need to make this flight. And he goes,
We were in economy.
yeah.
So we asked,
I was like,
could we upgrade?
I'll buy a
Could we do
first
this?
class flight. I was like,
No.
I'll pay whatever upcharge. I was like, I just need to make this flight. And he goes,
It wasn't even a packed flight. They were just like,
No.
no, you can't upgrade.
no, you can't. It's too late. And I was like, there's nothing I can do. And he goes, you could book a flight for tomorrow, and gave me this fucking...
Is he smiling while he's telling?
Dude,
What
the
the
nastiest
fuck?
motherfucker. So I was like, I can't do that. Please, like, I will literally do anything. I was like, is there any way I could just like give you $100 and you just like don't say that I have a carry-on bag and I just bring it on the plane with me? Like, it doesn't need to be checked. And he goes, now I'm gonna call security because you're trying to bribe me. And I walked out. I was so fucking mad. Just now I'm gonna call security because you're bribing me. And I was like,
Oh, he probably doesn't like your vlogs or TikToks or something.
he loves the
There
podcast
has to
though.
be a reason.
Yeah.
Like, for him to be
It was just a
fucking
power trip.
snarky,
right.
We were very
What a
patient.
bitch.
Yeah.
He's heated right now, but we were actually very relaxed. We were just confused.
I was just like-
we were like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
weren't explaining it to us. They said, you can't do that.
I was like, I'll give you $100, just print my boarding pass and I'll bring my carry-on bag on. Now I'm gonna call
The
security.
big old smile on his face. No mask. He had no mask. I'm just United.
Making shit up.
Your people are not wearing
No,
masks.
but I'm not gonna lie. I've heard of horror stories with that airline.
They kicked the 2-year-old off the flight for not having a
Yeah.
mask on. The 2-year-old.
Then I went on TikTok on our next flight, and United, a 2-year-old, wasn't able to keep her mask on, and the dad was like smuggling her with her sweatshirt
Like, just, like,
because
yeah.
she's 2, she doesn't understand, and they kicked him off. They kicked him off the flight
'Cause
because
the
I thought you
2-year-old.
have to be like. I thought there was a certain age that like where it's a cutoff.
I thought it was like 5 and older need to wear a mask, but
this
I
irregardless.
is United.
I thought the age has to be where like infants obviously can't like they don't know what's going on. I
Yeah.
thought like after that after
it was ridiculous, the whole thing. And you know what? We came back home and
Oh, so you guys
We drove
had
all the
a-
way
Yeah.
back home.
drove all the way back home. Got home. And
I didn't
was
know.
like,
I didn't know this.
No.
So you were back home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
missed the
I
flight.
didn't check my 5-month
So
location. I would have known.
on the way home, I'm like,
But when you were leaving, though, did you see the people who were the last people in front of customer service lines going in? Like,
Listen to this.
if you just stayed in line, could you have made it though?
as
I
soon
was
as
like this.
as
I
soon
don't
as
wanna know.
Because that's the shit I would have been looking at to
No,
see if
I
would
do
you have
the
made the
same
flight.
thing.
all this stuff about 45 minutes now, blah, 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 timing. As soon as we leave the airport, notification on the phone, your flight's been delayed an hour.
Delayed.
I
And
was
they
like-
knew it was
So
delayed.
y'all go back?
No.
I was like,
I
you
said,
gotta be kidding
They
me.
knew that. They knew.
They knew it was gonna be delayed. That wasn't a fucking surprise. Anyways, we come home.
oh my. So hold on. So you couldn't. Why didn't you try to go back?
Heath lights a cigarette.
Why?
Because it would have been turn around, then park, then try to get out, deal with the same people that are already fucking pissed off.
It
with
just
us.
would have been like that long line that there's just no way.
And
you
would've
would
been
have
we
made it.
Groundhog
were,
Day.
we were
Okay.
just two negatives at this point. We were both having panic attacks.
Yeah.
And like,
I was about to tussle.
Yeah.
I know how
you
you airlines like to tussle.
There you go.
So So I was like, all right, get me on the phone. I was like, I'm not going to eat the cost of this flight. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
No, we ate a lot of.
Oh, did you take it to Twitter?
No, not yet. That is coming. So I get on the phone and I'm like, I'm going to get the money back. Just rearrange the flight. And they go, thank you for calling. Unfortunately, nobody is available right now. We can have somebody call you back at this number, or somebody will be with you in 5 hours. I was like,
I haven't heard that one
It's
before.
the holidays. I'm not surprised.
No, JetBlue calls me back in like 45 minutes.
JetBlue.
Listen to this.
is
During
our
a holiday.
saving
Yeah.
grace.
Dude.
JetBlue is our saving.
Y'all,
JetBlue is
I've
the
never
best.
seen JetBlue suggest me a damn flight in forever.
JetBlue. JetBlue is the
JetBlue.
best airline you can fly.
No,
So listen,
Maybe you're flying to Fort Lauderdale.
No. The customer service.
the customer service
everything.
is insane.
insane.
we
Customer
rebooked
service.
the flight for the next morning through JetBlue. Show up. I bring my carry-ons right on the fucking plane. Passport's already scanned into my boarding pass, ready to go.
When we went up to get checked in, they were cheering. They were
Yeah.
like, "Hey, welcome."
We're going to Cancun.
We didn't even.
Yeah, we are.
We didn't even make the cutoff. We were like 45 minutes early, not an hour early, and they were like, "Oh well." Like JetBlue is unbelievable. They were
best.
so sweet.
But you had to burn the money, though, of the first flight?
ate the cost. Also ate the cost of the first day of the hotel because we missed it, didn't check in.
Oof.
So finally get to Cancun, show up, we get ripped off by some taxi guy on the way to the spot. Whatever.
yeah.
There's a lot that we could get into,
At least
but
you
we
didn't
finally
get kidnapped like the
I
other
thought
place
we were about to. But we show up to the hotel and we're all excited. It's one of those all-inclusive.
So we went with Todd, Natalie, Carla, and Vince.
Yeah.
And they were at a certain hotel, but I'm not even going to tell you how much they spent on those rooms a night.
It looked like a nice hotel.
It was
was
gorgeous.
insane.
It
Yeah.
was beautiful. It was amazing. But I was like, I am not doing that. So I found one 15 minutes from them. That's
We thought
on
it
the
was
strip.
15
Say it
minutes.
for $15.
Yeah. No.
The amount of money you spent probably would have afforded the room.
It was still a lot of money, but it was an all-inclusive hotel. I was like, cool, we don't have to worry about food. Let's just eat at the hotel.
That's good.
Whatever. So all-inclusive.
We get checked in, super nice. We get our wristbands for our buffets.
We're showing it off.
I was in heaven, mate. They go,
continental
we
Mexican
got 3 restaurants. You could do breakfast, lunch, dinner, whenever you want. We also got a 24-hour pizza place. Go ahead and show your wristband. Also,
This does
unlimited.
not sound like Cancun.
No,
but
I
it
know.
is Cancun.
To me, that's fancy. I like
Unreal.
that
Yeah,
shit.
we loved it. I loved it.
All you can drink. And they're like, and in your room, there's going to be a stocked mini bar that we will be replacing and replenishing
Every 2 days.
So we go into the room and there's fucking bottles of alcohol on the wall on tap.
It was
You
stocked.
walk up and you could just twist the top as much.
Full bottles.
Unreal.
And this is the JetBlue hotel. Unbelievable. Love it. The service.
So I'm in heaven. We're super
great.
excited.
Yeah.
Finally there.
Yeah, it stunk a little.
It had a certain.
What do you mean
It had an odor.
Everything was a
Mildew.
little damp. Yeah.
That's the thing with the resorts. They got that mildew.
Yeah.
It's all right.
They left the breeze open a little too much.
The walls
That
were
morning
so
dew.
Pros and cons. All right. We ended up doing the fireworks on the beach. It was a really good time. One of the bars there had swinging seats, so you could drink and like hang out on a
So
swing.
I sat at the bar. Do you believe that?
I don't believe
I
that for one
swung at
fucking
the
second.
bar.
Had a whole Shirley Temple.
You should at least like just have a little sip of alcohol sometime.
I think I tasted his.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're like Patricia's mom. Like,
Wait, what happened from there? Did like the waiter
So-
fall on you? What happened?
No.
What happened?
This
What
night
did
was
happen?
great. We end up hanging out, having some drinks, and we're like, okay, well, we're gonna head back. We'll get ready for the morning. So we go to take a taxi home. We get in the taxi, and I go
We
to put.
are 15 minutes away from their hotel. It's the same strip.
It's
one
yeah,
long
it's 3
street.
miles.
Right.
We get into the taxi. I go to check the maps to like put it in just so I can follow along, make sure we're not getting cheated in another country. It says an hour and 7 minutes to get back to our hotel. The traffic was absolutely absurd.
Oh, I thought he was taking you another route. Oh, got it. Okay.
Bumper to bumper, we were doing a half a mile an
Standstill.
hour
Yeah.
the entire way.
damn.
Wow.
Disgusting.
How far was the hotel?
This is
3 miles.
This is
It was
Cancun.
too far to
yeah,
walk.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah.
She was
Yeah.
in heels. It was just like, so we just sat there, hour. plus to get home.
Wow. Going over your data, your travel passes.
Roaming.
Every little, yes.
So
Except all cookies.
you can't do anything without taking cookies nowadays.
Yeah.
Fucking get it. But we get back to the hotel. Everything's good. Go to bed. And it was probably 3:30 in the morning at that point when we went to bed.
Yeah. And then
And this room was hot, boy. The AC was not working.
Every room to me is hot, so I'm sure this one was fucking.
Go to bed, and then all of a sudden I wake up at 6 in the morning.
Well, he wakes me up, and I turn over and I look at him, and can I say you were crying? Do you care?
Yeah.
He was hysterical crying, but the pain in his face, I was terrified. I was like, what the? And I just got woken up.
Yeah.
So I'm terrified, and his face is just. He's crying. His eyes are like swollen. He's like shaking. He can't breathe. It's like something happened in a second.
I woke up and I cannot even explain to you how bad my head hurt. It felt like unlike anything I've ever felt in my life. I was squeezing my head as hard as I could, trying to make it stop. I would have rather died in that moment because of how bad I was hurting.
How long did it last?
Oh, just wait.
Sorry, I'm like, how long did it last? No,
It was unreal. So I'm freaking out. I don't have any medication. I'm trying to like get it to like go away. I'm chugging water and I'm just hysterically crying.
He's never had a migraine before. So he said, is this how bad
I was like, is this a migraine?
Where's the pain?
Everywhere. His neck.
So keep in mind,
everything.
A flight that I had before this, I was landing and all of a sudden the front of my face got really like sharp. And it felt like it was about to bust, and I heard like a squealing coming from like my eyes and my forehead.
Okay.
And I was like, holy fuck,
Sound
this
like
hurts.
sinusy.
Yeah, and it hurt so bad, and then it went away as soon as I landed. So
Right,
I don't know if this
pressure.
was...
Pressure when you're landing. I've had like an ear sinus thing when I landed, and it was the
every
worst
time
pain
I
of
fly,
my life.
my glands swell up.
Yeah.
Every single time.
So I didn't know if it was like something from that, like sinus, whatever it was, but it was the front of my face. My ears felt like I was underwater full, and just my head everywhere. It felt like my brain was 3 times bigger than my skull.
He thought he was having an aneurysm. That's how bad it was.
First night there.
First, yeah.
Half a day we were there.
Oh, so it was the next morning.
It's
freaking out.
Yes, 6 a.m. the next morning.
I'm freaking out.
It's still dark out because it's 6 in the morning, and he goes, I don't want you to go alone.
And a part of you knows that nothing in that hotel is going to help whatever the fuck pain he is in. Yeah.
So I go down, I go to the front desk, and I'm like, do you, is the market open? Like, where can I need medication? They spoke broken English. So I was like, medication, like nurse, something. And she said, oh, medication, they don't open till 9 o'clock. And I was like, oh no. And then she said, there's a pharmacy, or she said, nothing open till 9, 10 o'clock.
Shit, yeah.
And she said, the closest pharmacy, she's like, I don't know what time it opens, but it's a 5-minute walk. So I go back up and I grab Heath and I'm like, we're gonna have to go outside and walk. And he was like, okay.
First aid kit.
They didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
A first aid kit has Tylenol.
I asked. They didn't have Tylenol in the whole
no
island.
aspirin, Advil, nothing.
And that's what you get for not going to the nice hotel.
So they say
right.
Say it's a 5-minute walk. I'm like, fuck, 5 minutes walk.
And I
was like,
keep
okay,
in mind,
I'll do it.
He can I'm holding him up. He can't walk or talk through this.
Yeah.
So we're walking. It's 5 minutes. We see
There's no fucking pharmacy.
We see one pharmacy that's a complete ghost town. I was like, what the hell? So we walk back, right? We
started looking up other places, and there was something down the road, and I was like, I don't even know if it's open, but we got to try it. We ended up walking like 2.5 miles to get to this OXXO.
Shout out to OXXO because they were like a nice
24 hours.
Yeah.
Get in there, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like looking at the medicine. I was like,
it's all in Spanish.
I have no contacts in, so I can't see anything. Anyways, I'm like, babe, can you like read anything?
It's all in
and
Spanish,
she's like,
so we have all
honestly,
the medicine.
no, I can't read it.
I'm Googling every translation, and he's like dying.
Fuck.
And then on top of it, there was a stray dog and he started crying about the dog because it was alone, and he was just
poor
so
little
sad.
thing. But we find something that was like
they had Advil.
Yeah, there was an Advil and then some sort of like sinus decongestant type thing. I was like, I don't care, I'll take it. I took all of it.
I know. I was like, maybe you shouldn't be mixing, but yeah, I don't know. If
so we take it, walk back, and nothing is helping. Like it's not dulling the pain at all.
And the pain is like
everywhere. Like the sharpest
his back,
pain.
His neck, his everything. He
Jesus.
could not go.
And were you? How much? Sorry, I'm just trying
That-
to like.
I barely
what-
drank anything
Did you have
the
like
night
a
before.
cold or anything before coming down?
No.
Any sinus
Nothing.
issues? Nothing. Drinking? Did you drink a
Nothing.
lot that night?
I had a couple drinks.
None of them drank that much that night. We were going to save it for the next morning and the next day, whatever.
So we get back and I'm taking medication, trying different things, and
Nothing kicks in.
nothing. And I'm just in excruciating pain for
Thank
hours
God
and
you didn't
hours
drink
and hours.
that night.
So I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then I'm like freaking out because I'm like, something is clearly wrong. This is not normal. Tylenol's not helping. Advil's not helping. So I look up hospitals in the area. I was like, I got to go somewhere now. I was
We
like, I
should've
need
took
to go.
a screenshot. Every hospital, 1 to 0 stars.
All the reviews were like,
Don't
do
go.
not go here.
Don't.
Scammed me, cost me tens of thousands of dollars when
Right.
it shouldn't have. Like they just take advantage. Nobody really spoke English anywhere we went anyway. So I was like, I don't want to be stuck in a hospital where they're trying to tell me about medication or anything this serious. And I can't fully understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
I was like, I cannot do this. I need to see like somebody now.
So I told him, I said, well, we are an hour flight from Florida. It's better if we just go home, like go to his parents' house and go to his doctor there.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Right.
smartest move.
Yeah.
But
So-
keep in mind, he's scared to fly now because
Because-
fuck, yeah.
because of the pain.
Oh, the pressure.
Yeah.
That's like the worst
I was
thing
like,
you can do.
I was like, I don't want to feel this again.
I've been
I was
there.
like, fuck it, I got to do it. I got to get to an ER. So we're looking up flights.
before you leave the hotel, if you're flying back to the US, you have to get a COVID test. But you have to schedule it
Yeah.
for the day that you leave.
Got
but
it.
we're leaving early.
Yeah.
We're supposed to leave the 4th. We're leaving the 1st, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go down, we tell them what's going on, and he goes, oh, I'll schedule you, blah, blah, blah. And I said, but we're leaving today. He goes, today? He goes, oh, we can't schedule
Oh
you.
my God.
He goes, you got to go down to the pharmacy, the one that we thought was a ghost town. You
Yeah.
got to go down to the pharmacy. They're doing tests there. And I was like, so now we have to walk again. I have to carry him. We're walking. We go to the pharmacy. Actually, that was a really nice pharmacy.
It was nice.
Smelled clean. It was great. There was one person in line and we were standing there for like 25 minutes waiting for somebody to help us out.
And knowing what was going on with the flights and everything with the baggage, I was like, we need to
Yeah,
go
we
because
were
like
cutting it
I was like, we
close.
got to get there early. I'm not dealing with this
Yeah.
shit again.
Yeah.
So we finally get somebody's attention. She goes, can I help you? And we said, oh, we need to take a COVID test. We're flying back to the US. And she goes, no, we're not doing it today.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
what? So then a guy next to us, he sounded like he was from,
Yeah.
he was
Stress
from
me out.
Jersey or something. He goes, we had to go. If you walk 5 minutes this way, you walk 5 minutes this way. There's tents on the
huts.
sidewalk.
He goes, there's huts. You just go take a COVID test in the
I
hut.
said, absolutely not. So we go back to our hotel. I said, are there tests at the airport? And he goes, yeah, but I don't know. There's a 30-minute test. It's expensive. I said, I don't care. We're going to take that risk. But we are cutting close. We're like 2 hours away from our flight.
Yeah.
Well, we ended up getting our stuff packed, ready to go. We showed up to the airport just over 2 hours before our flight. So I was like, we're good to go. We walk in and the line to get checked in
It's insane.
is
But you haven't had a
literally-
COVID test yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So
we
we
were
have
getting
to
it at the
Yeah.
airport.
we have to get in line to check our bags again because this place is making you check a fucking carry-on too. You can't just go with a carry-on.
Wait,
I
do you have
don't
to check in
understand.
your carry-ons when you go
No.
outside of the country
No.
at all?
And you had to pay for your personal item. Like, it was a whole thing.
It was insane. So I had to pay for my backpack. I had to pay for my carry-on bag, but they wouldn't let me carry my carry-on bag. I had to
Right.
check my
There
carry-on
were so
bag.
many rules.
What?
The only hope that we had, there was like, it looked like a full flight was just in that line. There was like 100 people on this flight. And the only hope that we had, we were like, we're not going to make this flight. By the time we get through this line, every single person on that line was going to Florida.
Oh,
So we were
perfect.
all in the same flight. We were all in the same boat. Everybody had
Yeah.
the same amount of
Yeah.
bags. So,
So-
I was like, it's not our fault if we miss it. It's their fault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
We're like-
and usually internationally they hold you like that sometimes
Right.
in groups
Yeah.
where
So sometimes it's okay to not be
that flight
with the
wouldn't
hour
take
cutoff.
off without that entire group.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we're like,
Yeah.
okay, sick. We go to the COVID testing, and I'm still a zombie, like trying to get through
I'm like,
this.
pull it together. Do not cough. Do not sneeze.
We go to the COVID testing, and we're waiting in line there. Finally get that done. Mariah has a meltdown. I'm freaking out.
Imagine you guys were fucking hungover as
Dude.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
like with it, that would have just
So
sucked for you guys.
anyway, I had a meltdown. Whatever. Get over it.
It was a mini meltdown.
It happens. Whatever.
So we waited in line, and it is like an hour and a half. We're sitting there waiting. I was like, we're going to miss this flight. Didn't know if they would like let us on, if the bags were checked late, finally get up there, show the results. We're good to go.
We got the result like 2 people before we were going to the desk.
Yeah.
So we got the result and we handed it to, they didn't even ask for it. You showed them.
I know.
Right.
They didn't ask for it. And he
I was like, I have my results. He's
and
like,
he goes,
oh,
yeah.
Yeah, cool. And I was just like, all right, whatever. They delayed the flight because it took so long to get everybody's bags checked.
Probably because you're checking carry-ons.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, everybody.
So we go get on the flight, whatever. Super excited. I'm just excited to get to the ER and just like get something to help me.
Yeah.
Get on the plane. As soon as we take off, boom, it starts fucking my
I know.
sinuses. And then it's,
and you can rupture a sinus.
it's
That's
10
what
times worse than it was before when I was freaking out. It was the entire flight until I landed. It did not stop. And I'm thinking, I was like, dude, I feel like my brain is bleeding. I was like,
He
something.
kept saying that. He was like, I feel like my brain's too big for my head right now. I feel like I'm bleeding out.
And I'm like barely able to talk. Like I can't function.
Yeah, I would have thought I was dying. Like I was about to close to
Yeah.
dead in that moment.
So we land in Miami.
you get vertigo as soon as we land.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Landed and I'm walking and she's like, are you okay? And we're like walking up to the people movers and I like put my leg out and I go to step on it and I start getting like really wobbly and dizzy and everything started like spinning and I was like, oh God, I'm about to throw up. Like something was like, I was like, fuck, it's getting worse. Like I really need help. So my dad ended up picking us up at the airport and he's like, how you feeling? I'm like, just shaking my head. So we go straight to the ER, get there, and the wait for this shit.
We get there at
is
12:30.
Absolutely.
Oh, because
Or in the morning.
it's fucking New Year's Day, baby.
Well,
and-
I'm surprised it wasn't more packed.
So wait, this was New Year's Eve?
This is
no,
New
this is
Year's.
day.
New
This
Year's
is the
Day
first
now.
day of January.
So y'all spent your New
Technically-
Year's Eve. What happened at 10, 9, 8, 7?
That was fine. We were on the beach. Everything's good.
yeah,
Then
no,
I-
they were there the night
day.
before. This is the 6 in the morning
I'm
the next
sorry.
day.
I'm sorry. I was
So
a little lost on the timeline.
12:30, technically on the 2nd.
Yeah.
So we get there at 12:30 at the hospital.
Check in, go through, and it's a hospital. You're just in the waiting room waiting to do something. They call you up. You think you're going to go. They take you to the back. They're like, okay, what's going on? I explain the situation. She's like, okay, go back to the waiting room. Then an hour goes by. Somebody else calls me in. They're like, okay, so what's going on? I explain the situation. They're like, okay, go back to the waiting room. We're going to order a CT scan. I was like, okay, that's fine. So we're sitting there. And in the I wish you guys
This
could have seen.
waiting room was a circus, a freak show. It was
You
so
should have
entertaining.
seen the people we
They
were
were-
surrounded by.
He was the only normal they were all crazy people that just wanted a place.
I
to
feel
sit
bad
down.
saying it,
Yeah,
but
I
it
feel
was
bad.
absolutely
The
unreal.
amount of things happening.
This is Fort Lauderdale, like hospital.
Oh,
We came back to Broward. Broward Hospital.
I like forgot that you're back and forth. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
not surprised. Not surprised.
right.
I look
but
up-
this is my first experience.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
I'm like-
fucking. It's
Where's the snack bar?
There's a woman. We're
This
trying to
lady.
like double mask. There's a woman, and all the people they don't have masks on. There's nobody like disinfecting the seats
It was
in and out.
crazy.
I'm like, where can we stand that's safe? This woman, all the crazy people, nobody had a mask on.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? So we're trying to stay as far back as possible. This woman has her whole hand down
Five
her throat.
fingers. 5 fingers down her
trying
throat.
to make herself throw up because they won't take her in because she's just
in
crazy.
the waiting room.
In the
Just
waiting room, like
room.
sitting
Yeah.
directly across, she's like this. And then she has a spit up bag, and then she's puking into the spit up bag, and she's like, I need help. And then it's just spitting up.
You know what? I think at that point people are probably doing whatever they can.
I gotta pee.
So
That's
they
what
get
they were
taken.
doing. They were all moaning and groaning, but nothing
Yeah,
was
yeah.
wrong
All
because
right.
the nurses were just like, "Oh, that's just Hank" or whatever it was.
There's people sitting there rocking next to me.
Yeah.
It felt like one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Everybody was like
Yeah.
doing their own
Honestly,
thing.
if you were sitting there crying about it, you probably would have looked like you belonged
Yeah.
with the rest. So you have to.
There was a woman
Here,
that
hold on.
Can I-
Matt's got to go
can I take
real
a
bad.
pee?
Oh, you really got to go.
damn.
Oh, you gotta go.
I
No,
really
we're good.
gotta
We're good.
go.
We're good.
There was another guy who had like 4 pairs of pants on.
4.
It was crazy.
Like it was like layered like this. He's holding up all his pants and he comes and he's first of all he's limping and then he holds his wrist.
Oh,
he like is
this guy was-
deciding he's deciding what hurts.
Yeah.
To
He
get
was
checked
he
out.
was also tweaking pretty hard because he couldn't sit. He couldn't figure out how to like sit in a chair.
Yeah.
He like stood in front of like
I feel
he
bad,
was
but
he was standing in front of it and he'd duck a little bit to sit in it and then he'd be like
yeah, he'd be like, "Oh, ah."
And then he'd go to sit again, and then he just started walking around.
Yeah. He's walking around, and then somehow he finds food. I think they gave him food, but it was in this like styrofoam container, and he goes to eat it. It falls on the floor. He's sitting on the floor picking up the food one by one, and then ends up falling asleep on the container on the floor. And there is no security.
Did you check the start?
It's a really good hospital. Yeah. It was just a really weird. We were there from 12 to 5 a.m. It was prime
time.
Yeah, right. Prime hours. So all these things are happening. I took pictures. There was like a bra on the seat, chairs. Wow. It looks like a tornado hit this place, but like it's supposedly a really nice hospital, like to be in. Like they really take care of you. All the nurses were normal,
super nice, great,
super nice, young, like knew what they were talking about. They were hot, and all these like people kept coming in and out, and there's no security, and I was just seeing them letting in all these people, and I was like, I'm scared. Like, I don't know where to stand with your mom.
One guy starts talking to my mom, and he's like,
he seemed normal. He was like, literally dressed like this, dressed nice. He had these nice shoes on. Older gentleman, but like good looking. Like he was like a white
just
fox.
Clean cut guy. Yeah. And he's like talking to my mom, and I'm like, okay, somebody's normal in here. And then he's like, yeah, it's my second night in here. And then my mom's like, oh shit, something like must be wrong. He's like, yeah, they gave me some medication yesterday, and I had to come back today because my balls are on fire. And I'm like, what the? And then he's like grabbing at his like groin, and I'm like, what the
Jesus Christ.
At one point I had my hand on Heath's back, and he's just staring at us, and he goes, somebody loves you. I was like, oh.
I think he was definitely flirting with your mom for sure.
I think he might have started touching himself. I don't know.
My balls are on fire.
Now, meanwhile, are you guys like still really like scared and concerned of what's happening underneath your head?
My brain this entire time is throbbing.
Like parents are scared too, or they're trying to be like, it's no big deal.
They just wanted me to like not feel the pain anymore because.
Are y'all Googling anything on the side of like?
I'm looking up everything.
He's calling. His friend knows about like medical stuff.
Even I was Googling. I was doing research for the past like 3 hours while they were in.
Everybody, I had no idea. Nurses and doctors that we reached out to,
I was really
everybody
worried.
said the same thing. Like that's not normal. Like it could be a migraine, but he can't walk or talk, and it's just.
It could have been like 10 different things. I was looking it up. It could have been 10 different things that were ranging from like a bad headache to something.
What
really
I thought it was
serious.
is I thought like my sinus ruptured or something. Like I thought something had burst in my head.
Right.
So I finally go in. I do the CT scan. I'm waiting. They put me on an IV. I don't know what they put in it, but I started feeling good. And then I wait for the doctor. He comes in and he's like, well, we just got the results from the CT scan. And I'm like,
we're all just getting fucked.
I'm like, oh, thank God.
Update. Zane's like every 20 minutes. Any update? I'm like, hold on, because it took so long.
I didn't know about any of this. I just knew there was an emergency and y'all had to leave, and then I didn't want to ask because I wanted to respect your boundaries.
No, because you don't care.
Or you wanted to save it for the podcast.
My trauma. So he comes back and he's like, well, good news. The CT scan is completely fine. There's nothing wrong with your sinuses. Your head looks fine. And I was like, that's great news. But also, what the fuck is wrong with me? I was like, this is weird that nothing is showing up.
And tell them what he gave you.
So he goes, sorry, you just got a bad headache. Here's a pamphlet, a brochure about headaches you can read up on. I was like, I can't read right now.
I'm like, look at his face. He can't see. Like everything is just.
Dude.
A bad headache.
Totally brushed it off. You got a bad headache.
And now he's embarrassed, which is even worse than a headache.
Did it feel like the headache was behind your eye at all?
It was behind my eyes. It was my eyes. It was my ears. It felt like somebody was like shoving Q-tips into my ears.
It was his teeth. He felt like his teeth were going to explode. It was his teeth, so he thought... It
wasn't a cluster headache.
I don't know what a cluster headache is.
Cluster headaches
that was an option too.
Well, the headaches that I've understood that have been, like migraines can be very bad for people. A cluster headache, I've seen people in videos of people who get those, and it is some of the worst pain that I've ever seen people in. Because of a headache.
But I feel like the doctor would have been like, "Oh, you have a cluster headache. It's not
make him
normal."
Feel stupid. Here's a brochure on headache. You just have a
tension headaches, migraines.
But the thing is, I've never had.
Was my number one.
I've never had a migraine. I've never had any sort of headache for like ever. Like I don't really get headaches. Sometimes if I'm drinking and I got a hangover, sure. Headache, whatever. But I've never had anything like this before, which is why it was so concerning. I guess it's a good thing nothing was wrong with the CT scan, but dude, I get out of there, start feeling it. It starts kicking back in as soon as the medicine wears off. And it is 3 days of this. No matter how much medicine I take.
Consistent pain. Everything he's taking, nothing's kicking in.
3 days nonstop.
Chronic pain.
From the moment I wake up till I go to sleep. And I can't fall asleep because it hurts so bad.
I'm so sorry, Heath.
And it was just frustrating because like I didn't know what to do to make it go away. They didn't give me any medication. Like, hey, if it comes back and you start hurting again, take this. It was just, you got a headache. Sorry, bud. And I was like, I look like a fucking bitch right now.
That.
But like,
and then everyone in Cancun is like, is he okay? What's happening? Because we
and
felt
you don't
so
want to
bad.
just tell him he has a fucking headache.
I was scared to. That's why I didn't text you back right away because he was so concerned, and I'm like, this is great news, but it's also like.
I straight up thought it was like an aneurysm or something. Like, this is fucking serious.
I still think something was wrong. But finally, yesterday is when I started like, okay, I'm feeling better. And yeah, it was just like in total, I think it was like over 4 days of this shit nonstop.
Would it be weird if you just went to like a better doctor here and it was just like, hey, look, this happened to me?
They suggested to see a neurologist.
Yeah. So they want me to go to a neurologist and like an ENT just to double check. But you can't make an appointment for that and just get it the next day. So I gotta like wait for an opening.
You've got to wait a little bit for those.
Was that emergency room expensive?
I haven't gotten the bill yet, but I'm sure it's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, we left early on this trip, so we ate the cost of the flight, had to book another flight to Miami.
Ate the cost of the hotel room, my all inclusive.
The entire time of our
to treat us.
Did you have your wristband? You keep your wristband?
I kept my wristband.
They cut that shit off.
Oh, they did cut it off. After all that, now nobody believes us.
Oh, what do you mean they cut it off?
When we went down and said we're leaving, they cut our wristband off, and
Dan, they don't just even let you keep it on?
We don't get a refund for the hotel, nothing. So it's just literally the most money we've ever spent on a vacation that went to absolutely nothing.
It was a lot of money.
Pain.
So I'm guessing you guys won't be going back to Cancun anytime soon.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Well, so then we went to book our flight back, and Heath goes, okay, what's today, Thursday?
Yeah.
He goes, okay, our flight... On Tuesday, he goes, our flight's tomorrow morning, so Wednesday morning.
Told everybody here, I was like, okay, we're going to do the podcast Wednesday. I land Wednesday morning, everything, just trying to get back on track.
We're packing. We're going to bed early. We're ready to wake up. And right before bed...
My mom goes, what time is it actually? Like, what time do you board so we know what time to get you there? And I go to check it, and I'm like, keep in mind, I booked this shit in the middle of feeling... all this pain in my head not working. It was supposed to be Wednesday that I thought, but I ended up booking it for Thursday morning, and it was the only flight available. So we packed, got ready to leave, and then we had a whole nother day.
Delta's also a great airline, but we flew Delta. We came back to LA, and we're still, both of us are just discombobulated. We walk out.
Oh my God.
Where did we
drained.
Park? And we're looking, and we're at the Delta terminal.
No.
We're at the Delta terminal, and we're just like, oh, wait, we flew JetBlue, like, originally,
because all these flights, then it was Frontier, then it was, like, it was just...
So now we're hiking. We're going all the way to Terminal 5 from Terminal 1, whatever. We're going, and...
Finally get to, the parking lot.
that we parked at, caged in.
Under construction.
January 4th, baby.
Is your car there?
So
I was like, oh, fuck, the sign for January 4th. I was like, we spent more days than we thought we would.
This is all this morning. All this morning. So we remember the sign, and I was like, no, it was January 4th. So we're
Got that in this morning?
Yeah.
This all happened today. So we're looking through the fence. I'm beeping. Nothing's happening. All the construction workers are looking at us. Then we pull over with our bags. We pull over to the side.
I'm like, they fucking towed our car out of here.
Every LAX tow company, there's like 15 of them.
Oh
and he goes,
God.
do you tow out of LAX? They're all confused.
They're like, yeah, we can come tow your car. I was like, no, my car got towed.
Yeah.
Where do I go to get it?
Well, you just have to call every single one and just guess where it is. And he was like,
Shit.
what? So there was a construction worker that pulled up at the ticketing thing. So Heath asked, he said, hey, I saw there's construction happening. I parked here, whatever. Do you know
I was like,
where's
the
the night, God bless. I wish we found him afterwards to say thank you.
What a gentleman.
The sweetest guy. He goes, let me think. If it got towed, they would so we're doing construction on the first and second level. They towed it to the third or fourth.
Oh,
I said, what?
Wow.
They do that?
Oh.
Lo and behold, we go up to the third floor, and there's my car. No ticket, nothing. They just towed it
They just
That's
pulled it.
that's the nicest. Honestly,
Yes.
because people that tow cars are fucking assholes. They get any car they can
Thank
immediately.
goodness there was a silver lining to this because I was about to be like, I don't want to hear it because then you're going to get to the tow place and they're going to tell you it was at another tow place.
It was
and I was like, y'all, I can't do this.
Oh, we just crushed it.
Here.
It's in the
The chokey. But we went up there. A part of me wanted it to be towed because I was like, parking at the airport is also it's another hotel room cost. And I was like, I honestly don't want to pay that. So like, I'd rather pay the towing. It'd be cheaper. So I looked over. I didn't have a ticket or anything.
Wait, first, I don't know why you guys even drove to the airport.
I don't know.
Most of the time, we're not staying that long.
Yeah.
So an Uber there is like $75, 75 back. You're at $150 right there. If you go for a couple days, your parking usually ends up being cheaper. And you have your car there.
And as soon as I get off a flight, I just want to have control and get my own car and go.
This is LAX?
Yeah. And the Uber situation at LAX is if you don't, you
have to buy the premium.
The Uber Black,
right,
you have to
which
get
is
that.
like
What?
You can't call a regular Uber anymore. You have to take the LA exit, which takes you on a bus outside.
I do LA exit all the time.
But it's like we
That's
tried
a
it one
fucking
time
nightmare.
and we were stuck there for 2 hours.
On
LA exit, Patricia and I just got off that. It took us less than 10 or 15 minutes.
it took us 2 hours.
It's the line. The line once we got off the bus to wait to call an Uber from that lot was a nightmare.
And then you tell them what zone you're in.
What credit cards do y'all have? I make sure that my Chase Sapphire Reserve is tied to Lyft. Lyft,
I don't know what that means.
Because of that, gives me Lyft Priority Pass.
Okay,
Matt,
are you not listening?
It's not that bad. I don't think you guys are exploring your options.
Matt, you just told us that you
Now
have
I
a
gotta get
special
it- now I
Lyft
gotta get a
pass
credit
that gets
card.
you on a Lyft because you have
Regardless,
Sapphire.
no, I still
Irregardless.
do Uber. No.
Irregardless.
sorry we fly economy and
No, I just think y'all bougie and y'all go LA exit. That's what the peasants do.
No.
We doing the ritzy style.
you just told me
we
to get
just told you that we waited in a 2-hour line to get an Uber.
That is
That's
never.
why we start.
Okay,
Okay, I'm not making it up. Like I understand
Wait, I don't think Matt understands what the situation
No,
right
I
now.
know.
Or do y'all do the thing?
Wait, he's
I
calling us bougie.
Well, my Chase Sapphire Reserve card actually has premium Uber,
We get the cheapest hotel, the cheapest flight.
the cheapest hospital.
Matt, they did the Uber where you have to go like take a bus to that like place where you have to wait in this long ass fucking line to even
Because
get
we
an
don't
Uber.
wanna- because
I have flown.
Hold on.
How many times? I probably have flown. A
doesn't
handful
matter.
of times this year. Not once have I waited at LAX.
Okay, but you're telling us
At
about
the
this
LA
premium
exit.
access. We
Well,
don't have
correct.
that.
I do. Well, I no either. I still I do Lyft. I don't do Uber. I've seen a line there one time.
Okay. Now
Wait, this
my
is-
headache's
hey.
coming back. My head.
This is
Matt,
one more
one more question. When you leave the airport to go to your Lyft, where do you go? Do you go straight to like the middle median?
We have to take a bus to go.
Yes, you go to on LA exit. They take you to thing. On my way to LA exit, I request my Lyft and I say that I'm already there. By the time I know that I'm getting close,
That's what we
and by the
did.
time I get there, it's there.
All right, then we have bad luck. And we're waiting in
31A,
line.
31B.
Right.
I'm on top of that shit. Like I'm in and out of LAX faster than anybody.
Well, they
This
don't
is
have-
so not interesting.
No,
to
it's fine.
anybody.
Yes,
fine.
it is. You just don't want to
It's
get
just because they don't have Sapphire. That's why.
busted.
Anyways.
But I think you guys really should be exploring your options, like making sure.
We drove our
Listen,
car. We
listen.
tried Uber. We took a freaking bus.
Sounds like y'all splurged, and I'm glad you're in good health.
But they didn't.
It was a nightmare.
It was a splurge.
Oh my god.
It was a
I-
waste.
no,
I was home.
So Zane, what happened to you?
I didn't do anything really. I was just here. But I'm kind of glad.
Oh yeah, you didn't miss out.
I'm kind of glad I didn't go.
I'm not even joking. My fucking head's coming back.
It's giving me a.
And you know, most likely I would have been right there with you guys. I wouldn't have even stayed there. I would have been with the two of you because
Yeah,
I know
you're
that
right.
he was in such a disaster, and you were. I would have probably saw that you were getting
If
close.
Zane
to
was
that.
in Cancun, he would have came with us.
100%.
And you would have been miserable.
Oh no,
It was
I would have been.
It was not fun.
in his face. It was hell.
Shit, well, fuck.
I
I'm
was
sorry,
a
guys.
zombie.
But he's
You had
good
just a
now.
miserable end of the year. I mean, mine was bad. Mine was bad because it was like very lonely and boring. But man, Yours wasn't lonely. You had a lot of
because
thoughts
it was
in your
like a
head.
horrible end of the year and horrible start to the new year.
Yeah,
like all
it
in
was,
one. I don't want to
Well,
go to the
hopefully
airport
that
again.
headache doesn't come back.
But
Yeah.
he's good now. You're healthy now.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell.
I know.
What was that back there?
I can't wait till you go to this ENT neurologist guy and he tells you that it was a headache too. But like, it'll be just this unsolved fucking mystery of
I
why
can't
your
believe
head was
that's all
about to
they
explode.
said. Just a headache. Here's a brochure. Educate yourself.
Well, what a headache is.
This
What is a
grown
headache?
man.
Oh man. But yeah.
I got a headache just fucking listening to that.
Yeah. Well, that was it for my story. I hope you guys enjoyed.
I mean,
I'm gonna try not to remember that ever again.
Now that's over. It's funny.
I didn't think it was gonna go away.
well, you said we should all do more, right? And you definitely did it all.
We tried.
that weekend.
It's crazy
We were in
because
Cancun for 12 hours.
I want to joke, but then I can't because I need to be empathetic, and I'm like, oh,
it's over now. You can
like
make
I'm not
jokes.
like I
Me and Empath knowing Heath had a headache.
you should get that
That he's hurting.
No, I know. I just
You can make jokes. It's funny.
no. I just
Laugh at
I
me,
kept
Matt.
I kept feeling bad.
Laugh at me.
I'm not laughing.
I think
at you.
what's really funny is that you didn't even get to see like the beautiful blue
Nothing.
waters
No,
of
nothing.
Cancun,
we,
Mexico.
It was
we,
blue?
we got to see the water at night and it was just pitch black.
Was there a moment though where you like I should have just like
I couldn't have stuck it out.
I don't think he physically
think
was
he
able.
could've?
Yeah.
Well, no, because he
was
had it for the
weird.
next 3 days in Florida.
I thought something bad happened with your parents. Like that was my first. That was my.
Oh,
I
we
thought it was.
Did you tell him it's an emergency? He had to go to Florida. Is that how you worded it?
said
Yeah,
it
but
was
I did.
in-
It's not like I wasn't saying anything more.
Right.
Well,
I think I was still waiting for what you were gonna tell
Yeah.
me, so I didn't say
Because
anything.
I thought if it was an emergency, then that was affected to him. I was like, why
Yeah.
would he get on a plane?
Yeah, it makes no
Right.
sense that he's flying out of
Yeah,
Mexico
yeah,
to go to
yeah.
a
So
hospital.
immediately, I
Yeah.
thought something happened with your family, and I remember I was walking with Patricia's mom, and she's like, "So what's happening back at LA?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. Some emergency has happened with Heath, and they have to be back in Florida. So I have no clue what life is going to be like when we get back."
You didn't even text me.
Because it was not, Zane told me that. I didn't know personally family business. It
I was keeping a little
when
mystery.
family, I don't know, even when family things happen, everybody swarms in, tries to like send condolences and get in the way of what you need to focus on. So
I'm
I'm all
always in
about
the way.
giving people space.
Move, bitch.
Yeah.
Can we do a wine episode?
Oh, I would do that.
Wait,
That would be fun.
Why haven't we done that
we
yet?
all just end up crying.
Yeah.
We're all
why,
just
why not?
Because like wine, we get a little sass going on. I feel like Zane and I, we bust the best jokes when we're watching a show and we're drinking wine.
Yeah,
Really?
He's right on that.
Like
wine,
we
I think
are
just kind of
on it.
busting jokes.
We got plenty of wine.
I forgot to tell you because you talk about this show all the time. But you, when everybody was gone, guess what I was binging for like a week
Sex
straight?
in the City. Alcohol. Does
Nice.
it get worse or bad? Or you're watching OG episodes?
No, I watched OG episodes.
Is it a fun?
Because I wanted to. Because Vince also Vince was talking about Sex in the City. I was like, "Have you ever seen that?" He's like, "I watched all the episodes. Everybody in Staten Island loves that show because we love to go to the places that they film, like the places
That's
that they
my-
film there." I
my
was like,
mom.
"Oh, okay. If Vince watched it, maybe I'll give it a."
He's pretty manly. He
Yeah, give it a work.
whirl.
A whirl. Sorry.
Work.
And I started watching. I was like, damn. I was like, oh, these episodes are really old. I was like on the first season, so I
Because it's
skipped.
like the 90s.
Yeah, so I skipped like a couple seasons. Like, let me.
Oh,
So I started in season 3, and I still
Zane's
kind
all
of.
about quality. Like what
And
it
I
looks
started,
like.
and I still understood what was going on. It was really weird. I feel like you don't have to watch all of them.
It's
So I started
entertaining.
watching it, and I was like, damn, this is really good writing.
Yes.
Like whoever wrote that show, like they did such a good job of piecing every one of those girls' problems and putting it together. And there's always a
And
lesson
there's a
in the
truth.
end.
There's a truth that they're
Yeah.
trying to explore.
Exactly.
And that got me to thinking: are men really after our hearts,
And then
or are they
you're
more
like,
thinking
are
with their
we?
guts? Like there's always.
Heath, I feel like you would like that show.
Zane's like,
No,
"Not
he
gonna lie."
wouldn't.
That bitch.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, dude.
Heath would like one damn episode.
There's
of Sex
No,
and
you know
the
what I was
There's
surprised
certain weird
he
things that
liked?
Heath likes.
Not one
These are-
iota of me wants to watch that
These
show.
are two totally different, whatever genres. But I was very surprised when I got him to watch La La Land. He was obsessed.
Love
with
it.
He wanted to watch it again
Love
right
it.
away.
Wow.
So like he's very he's like
I'm
up
in
the
touch
air.
with my sensitive side.
Yeah.
Good.
Like when he
I get migraines.
like 2 years ago when I was in his car, he was driving and he was playing.
Is that a hot dog?
No, a wine glass. A glass of
Is that a
wine.
hot dog?
No, I was taking migraine pills and drinking
I
wine.
thought it was a hot dog and peanuts.
What are we at a bowl game?
Oh my
You
god.
got what I was mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody ever watched it. I watched a little bit of Sex and the City. I never watched the whole thing. But one of my favorite, all-time favorite shows was the Carrie Diaries. And they did a prequel to Sex and the City, Carrie Bradshaw. It was played by,
What is this on?
Oh, yeah.
Anna Sophia Robb, is that her name?
Yeah,
Wait,
from
so
Bridge to Terabithia.
Yeah, she played young Carrie, and then Austin Butler was...
What the hell?
Wait,
You know Austin Butler is going to play Elvis Presley in the new...
Oh, that's great!
You didn't know that?
No, that's perfect. They have Samantha, they have...
Is it naughty or is
Carrie.
it for teens? Like, do they talk about sex?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all about... So she's a teenager, but her being introduced to like sex and stuff like that.
Does she walk around like...
But it's styled the same way. And then she gets her first job in the city, and she's from Connecticut, and she moves to the city as like a 16-year-old, and it's really, really good. This was one of my favorite shows.
And
the
it's
Carrie
set in
Diaries.
the 80s.
Yeah, all the fashions there. She's yeah.
So now knowing that Samantha's not in the newest season, it's crazy because she was the best character on the show.
No
Right.
G.
They lost the best character of the show and
They have a Samantha. They in the Carrie Diaries they show how she met Samantha. It's really good.
Howdy do.
It's
Matt,
so
are we
good.
gonna go
I
back?
don't think you would like it though. I really
pour
don't
up a
think
glass
you'd
of
like
wine
it.
and watch the Carrie Diary.
I don't mind. I got to see it. Either we're going to love or hate it after the first episode.
I feel like you guys will have more fun watching it, laughing, cracking jokes, making fun of it.
Yeah.
Right.
We
But I
do.
can't-
That's all we do when we watch
but
movies.
something
We're
has to be
cracking
kind of
jokes all the
good.
time.
Like, be kind of good though. Like
Yeah.
if something's aggressively bad, I'm out.
I feel like the only time we're not making fun of movies if it's like a good drama, or like a good drama.
The
Yeah.
good thing is this is written the same style, same exact style.
Really?
Carrie Diaries.
Is she still like a sex columnist in it? Is she like Is she journaling
She's a writer.
throughout it?
She finds her. They show how she finds her love for writing.
Oh.
Like how she first became
What
like a
network
writer.
is it
It's
on?
crazy.
What?
CW.
So people that want
But they
to.
only did 2 seasons. Oh, it's so good.
So the people that want to start watching Sex and the City, if you want to watch it in timeline order, kind of like the Marvel movies,
Right.
we're gonna start off with
I-
you're gonna start it with the Carrie Diaries, and then you're gonna move to Sex and the City.
No, I always feel like those prequel type things are good to have as a bonus afterwards, where
Yeah,
you want a
you
little
wanna
bit
do it
more of
after.
something that already ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I am very attached to her and her love connection in the Carrie Diaries.
So did you watch Sex and the City, like the show?
Not the whole thing, but like,
Like
bits and
certain,
pieces.
yeah.
Yeah. Because my mom was obsessed with it. And then as I became older, I watched a little bit of it. I like it.
I wasn't allowed to watch it because it has the word sex in the
I
title.
just-
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was a porno the whole
I
time.
did
like
too.
when I was little, I thought it was just the whole
Well,
thing.
what I love about Sex and the City is that it captures the end of like the pre-hyper digital era, like the way where you really had to get somebody's number, like passing it to you on a
Exactly,
napkin,
yeah.
calling that person, meeting them up, paging them, faxing them, calling them at work, having a set time to meet up. That way of like flirting before
Yeah.
this matchmaking era that we are
I'm not
in.
gonna lie, the show's kind of taught me some things.
Yeah?
That I can like
Oh, you learned
put to
so
real
much.
life.
Yes.
100%.
Like
100%.
Like your game.
I think so.
No,
Shoot your
just
shot.
everything.
Oh.
Just like
Things you don't think about.
Looking
'Cause
looking
they're
at
all
things differently.
overthinkers.
Like
Gotcha.
because especially lately, I just feel like we all have this like fucking such tunnel
It
vision
opens
with
your
everything.
mind.
It opens your mind
Yeah.
a lot with like how to.
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the same
Navigate.
thing, you pursuing someone is also at the same time you learning about yourself and what you may
Exactly.
or may not like. So why not ask that girl out and take her out to dinner? Because that's going to make you figure out even more what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps you go back to trying stuff traditional again.
Yeah.
Because the whole show is like very traditional. It's like phones are not a big thing.
Yeah, what you're saying about like the technology and stuff like that, I think that's why I love The Office so much. I know we're like bouncing around, but I love in The Office, like how did they know where technology was going? I feel like they were just writing the script on the spot because it was a paper company transitioning into a paperless world, but it was like in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like watching
Like,
the
how did they
technology
do that?
progress.
Yeah.
I think they
but it
had
was
to
in
know
real-
paper industries were dying though.
Right, but I'm talking about like the iPads coming in when they had like the iPad.
yeah.
It was like in real time.
Yeah,
how
it's
did
like
they
South
do
Park.
it?
You have to keep
iPod
up with the
and
trends like
Yankee
Swap.
every season. Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
So the writers are constantly looking. I feel like they're
They have
constantly
great
watching the
writers,
internet, what's
yeah.
going on with the world, and try to.
Dun, dun,
Just
dun,
most
dun,
people
dun.
like to. It's like it's very relatable. They want to see something that's familiar to the
Yeah.
world. Kind of like the Don't Look Up movie. People loved that movie because it was connecting to what the shit was going on in the past 2 years. Like,
I haven't watched this.
I heard it's great.
The Harry Potter 20th anniversary reunion.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Right. People were crying watching this. It was such an emotional
I can't believe it's been 20 years. Feels like forever, but
It's been 20 years since the last one came out?
well, the first one came out in 2001.
Oh, first.
The first one. So the last one probably came out 2008, 9.
11.
Wow.
The whole thing was 10 years. So it's been 10 years since
It's crazy to thinking, like, imagine how long we were in school for, like, from 5th grade to 12th grade. You kind of just know everybody. It's like something you all. That's pretty much how long they were filming this movie.
I can't believe not one of the three dropped out. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think there's been like an early child franchise where you sign those kids up to how many, like 8 movie agreement
And
franchise.
then they stay with it the entire time.
Stayed with it the entire time.
Baby, stay with the money.
I mean, the thing is, I feel like everybody.
It must have been a good set. It must have been a great team.
I know, but not one kid got really hooked on crack and just like.
Yeah, it happens.
What's your favorite Harry Potter movie?
Honestly, if this was like an American movie, not like a British movie or British movie, because they're all fucking British actors. No?
Huh?
Yes. Yeah, they're all British actors. I feel like if it was an American movie, all that cast would have been all replaced by like the 4th, 5th, 6th movie. But
I hate watching when people are like, let's binge watch Harry Potter. I'm skipping the first two, y'all. I'm skipping the first two.
No, you have to appreciate every single one.
Okay, but it picks up in the third. The third is when the story takes hold.
Yeah, but they're kids.
Correct. But exactly.
It goes from PG to PG-13.
If we're binging Harry Potter, call me when you get to 3 because I'm not watching the first 2. I think the people would back me up on that shit.
You haven't seen Harry Potter, right?
No.
You haven't seen any of the Harry Potter.
I'm acting like I'm offended, but I've never seen any either.
Hold on, you haven't?
How many times have we said this?
I know, but
Neither of us.
you were chiming in like you
Pull up
She just wanted to be included.
If you were listening, I was saying a whole bunch of nothing.
I'm talking about the reunion. You're like, oh, what?
Yeah, I don't care.
What are the 4 houses? What are the 4
I'm trying
houses?
to be open-minded.
Slytherin, Lingaviosa.
Latherith.
There is the
Languardia Leviosa.
You really don't know the 4
There's
houses?
Slytherin.
No, I don't.
There is the
Jesus.
The Prisoner of Azkaban.
I feel like it's such. I feel like it's such. I feel like the 4 houses are such a meme now. So I'm surprised.
Who's that?
Harry Potter.
All right. Yeah.
What house is he in?
I don't know. How am I supposed to know?
The brave ones.
Zane. That is not helping.
The
The brave ones. Gryffindor.
Good job.
Oh, good. Is this a real? I know they.
Who's
filmed
that woman? Who's that bitch?
Quidditch.
No, who
Carrie
is
Bradshaw.
you said Professor what?
Professor Dingleberg.
Hufflepuff.
Matt, out of everybody, they're not gonna fucking know that one.
It's kind of funny.
Dumbledore.
Close-ish. Have you heard the whole thing about how Star Wars is very similar to Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this a real?
No, it's not real. It doesn't exist. Is this a real school?
Is this based on a true story?
What?
Did they film inside of a real castle?
Certain parts.
That's
yes.
so cool.
Yes.
Like I've
That
never
is
seen
a
it, but I
soundstage.
would
That's-
love to go there. And
Can we
like
can we
the
go
set.
see a
Anything
real
in the
castle?
hallway.
Oh, I've been to Casa Loma in Canada. It's
I wanna see a
fucking
castle.
insane.
I want to see a castle really bad.
Hello, medieval times.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, did we not go for your
Right.
birthday?
Hello.
Magic
Cool.
Castle.
Was like 30 feet deep. Ooh. And it took up
I want to
the
see a
whole-
moat.
There, you know that crazy castle actually that's being sold like on Zillow.
Yes.
Oh, in Connecticut. I just saved it.
Yeah,
The
we just had it.
the daughter's fans of us. by the way.
No.
I just saved that house
Yeah.
on Zillow.
It looks crazy.
My friend went and did like a photo shoot there, and he met the daughters there, and he goes, "Oh, do you guys happen to know like Matt King?" And they're like, "Matt King of the Vlog Squad," and like all of us, they were like pretty ecstatic about it.
Where is
Can
it
we go,
again?
can we go visit
I'm
it?
pretty sure it's like in Connecticut
I thought
or
it was
Rhode Island.
Connecticut.
I'm not getting on a damn flight,
But
actually.
they're selling the house, so I doubt we'll be able to make it out there. But
We'll go to the open house.
Isn't it like 11 million?
The castle is 11
I
million.
think even more than that.
It's insane, Zane. It is.
God, I want to keep drinking, but I
bananas.
don't. Okay, look.
Keep drinking.
Now, it's not a
just saw
real
it.
castle. It was built to look like a castle, though.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like the medieval times.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Energy's there.
Right there, $35 million.
Wow.
I was a little off. That's it.
Wow, yeah.
Yes, we just saw it.
Yeah, we got to go see that.
But we can if we we can go to it if the daughters are in town and
What?
and that they haven't sold it.
Devin, can you look up Casa Loma in Canada?
That is
Guys, this
amazing.
castle was like 20 times bigger than that one.
Wow.
Like from the aerial.
You've been? How do you know about this place?
We just went there. Some family lives in Canada, and we just went to see.
Wait, who's we? Who'd you see? Where'd you go?
My uncle lives in Canada.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Damn. That
Dude,
is
this
crazy.
place was insane. Look up the Casper house. I wonder if that's a
It's
real house or is
set.
that it's
a
CGI.
set. You fucking.
He just wants to go on the
idiot.
little thing up the stairs.
Hey,
I thought that shit was real when I was
Hey.
watching as a kid.
Wait,
well, wait. No, it's not a real man. Look, okay, but I'm pretty sure that the Casper house is the set for the Backstreet Boys music video. Everybody, yeah.
wait. Have you heard that or no? Because that sounds familiar. Or are you? Just
I
thinking
feel like
that?
I've made that up in my head, but hey,
Did you know that the
look at the.
Oh yeah, right there. It's a manor. It's a manor.
Get it right.
Get it right? Gotta tell you.
Whipstaff Manor
What's
is not a
Whipstaff?
real mansion.
It's not real. But look at
was-
the inside.
mansion was
Look
built
up
on a set.
Casper House Backstreet Boys.
Damn, they made it look fucking real. They made it like that house looked real.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
Shared a
damn!
set with the Backstreet
I
Boys.
called that shit because I knew it in my head. I go, that's the set of
Yeah.
Casper.
That's
Well,
so
you didn't
funny.
call it. BuzzFeed called it out.
I know, but
They
I
have
don't
a-
think
they
I've
have a
seen a
website
TikTok
here?
made of that. That's gonna be my one. Like, did you
Yeah.
know?
You know.
Like, there's no joke, nothing. I'm like, guys, did you know that the Casper
he's
house
so
was actually the set of the Backstreet Boys music video?
Did you know the Addams family house was built in the Burbank Hills right here, but it got taken down? It was just built for the movie.
Oh, really?
It was right. They should have freaking kept it.
They should
I
have.
hate when they get rid of that stuff.
Because that whole movie still to this day like
Iconic.
people. I want to stay in a haunted castle.
The Eastern State Penitentiary feels like a castle.
Fast forward. Get me out.
Just the face of the walls.
Can we go do something haunted?
Please.
We did it once, and I think.
Oh, you weren't.
Be
Yeah.
available for 5 minutes and we'll go do something.
You know how many weddings right now that I have scheduled
In
for this
20.
year?
Haunted
Yeah.
weddings.
One.
Oh,
For this year.
Yeah.
That's him putting an announcement out.
Yeah, but like this is for the next week, and then he's gonna.
Literally one wedding.
We have one. Vince and Carla.
Oh yeah,
Not invited.
I didn't get to save the date.
Well, she didn't send it out yet, but
it's coming.
Oh, make sure y'all get. Never mind.
Get what, Matt?
get a life. Make sure y'all
get the right Ubers to get there. All
Get
the
a
time.
job.
It's okay. My Chase Premium Sapphire Card Extra member is gonna give me a Lyft membership that gets me early access and free fucking rides because I, spend
I
so
need to
much.
hear what he said.
I know, that was so funny.
The thing is, sorry, I've had a few little happy hours. Never mind.
Say it. No, Matt. Say it.
I have never had a problem, and I don't think you're really looking into.
Okay, listen.
how you
Everybody,
operate.
everybody, stay out real quick. This is me and Matt. I've had multiple experiences with it, getting off of LA exit and waiting a very long time. Why keep doing the same thing over and over when it was the same experience? So I was being proactive and doing something else that worked better for me.
'Cause
it works for me.
I know, but I know you.
Period.
I bet it happened 2 times to you, and you were like, never again. And then you were like, you go, I'm getting Uber Black out of here.
No,
I don't get
we don't-
Uber Black.
it's too
I drive.
expensive.
I drive because it's
Uber
You
Black's
cheaper.
like-
drive to LAX?
Yeah.
Why do you think we were looking for the fucking car?
Because y'all were running late. Because I bet y'all were running
All right,
late.
guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out Cremota Coffee, Cremota.com. Get your K-Cups, coffee bags. We got a whole bunch of different flavors. Audio for the podcast comes out every single Monday, Spotify, Apple, wherever you want to listen to it. Video comes out every single Tuesday. YouTube.com/Zane and Heath.
Oh wow! Usually you leave like half of it for me, but you didn't.
No,
so-
I wanted to get it fucking over with.
Awesome. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next week.
We love you guys.
We're like call girls on a switchboard. Yeah, let me get you to line 2.
No, Matt, it's this
You
read.
call girls in the fifth. Oh yeah, switch it in.
Enjoy this for the
Okay.
next 2 minutes. We'll be out of here.
Right.
I've drank too much.